Welcome all and welcome back to not just the Binding of Isaac Repentance, but Google. Very interesting, I know. So I think you get the idea already. For Christmas, I decided I might as well do something extra, and I'm just gonna rate every single item in the game, even the ones I don't know what they do yet because I haven't unlocked them. But that's not what's important. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know how long it'll take. Might take some time, but it's something special. So I decided, since I haven't used my voice, because I was sick and then my voice got raspy, and I decided, I'm still gonna record, but I'm not gonna use my voice, so that's why. And then after the first few times, I just went, this is different. I'll try it out for a week. So let me know which one you prefer, without the voice and me just occasionally typing through the, I don't know what it's called, but the game itself, or just me talking. But without further ado, let's just get into every single item in the Binding of Isaac Repentance. I hope so, at least. I don't know actually which one. I don't know if they're all here, but I'm gonna hope that all bunches and bunches of the items are here. But might as well just start. Starting off, 120 volt. You let off a shock whenever you get close to enemies. Does good damage. I mean, I don't know what else you can ask for. You get Gnarled Leaf, it's pretty good. But I'll rate them based on how excited I'd be if I got them to start the run. And I'd be pretty happy with 120 volt. First item, okay. 1 up, just an extra life. Nothing else about it. I mean, I'd be happy. Nothing special. There's nothing, good about it, but nothing bad about it. So, middle of the road. Now, 2020. Before, it would just give you an extra shot, but now it gives you a damage down. So, if I started with it, I mean, and I'm gonna be thinking Tainted Keeper wise. Well, it gets rid of the tear rate down that Quad Shot gives you, which is what Tainted Keeper has. So, I'd be pretty happy. Now, too spooky. When enemies are close to you, when enemies are close to you, it'll give them a fear effect and make them kind of unpredictable to understand. So, not a fan. 4.5 volt. Instead of getting charges for clearing rooms, you get charges for doing damage. And I'm not a fan of this either, but it's very situational. If I started with it, I would not be happy either way, because it just kind of ruins a lot of items, like the D6. Not very good. I mean, if you get something like Shoop Da Whoop, it's great, because it essentially powers itself, but I would not be happy. $3 bill, I mean, you know how I stand on that. Random tier effects, The 7 seals, typically found in angel rooms, but if I started with it, I would feel very indifferent about it. It's decent damage, but it's just, I don't like it. Now, whatever this item's called, I don't remember. But quicker charge, it removes one of the pips on the charge of your item. So the D6 has 6 typically. It'll make it 5. All around good item. Abaddon, it's a damage up. Gets rid of all your red hearts. Gives you only 1 coin as the keeper, which makes no sense. I don't know why it does that, but it's still good. Contributes to the Leviathan transformation. It's still good no matter what. 9-inch nails, extra damage, extra knockback. What more can you ask for? I mean, to be fair, you could ask for tear rate, which, I mean, it's a good item, but nothing too special about it. Abel gives you a buddy that flies around and shoots towards you, which has no differentiation between enemy bullets, so it's very confusing. Not good. Now, Abyss allows you to get rid of items. It kind of acts like a void, but instead of giving you stats, it gives you flies, like attack flies, like permanent ones. But they still don't do a lot of damage, and it's rated 4 in the game. I don't think it's a D tier, but I don't think it's better than a C tier. Acid Baby. No. It's nice that he does a little gas effect when you use a pill, but he just doesn't do anything. Act of Contrition allows you to get Angel Deals even if you've taken a Devil Deal, and it's a Tears Up, so nothing wrong with that one in my book. Now, the Dollar, if I started with that one, I mean, I'll give it a B tier. It's decent. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. Adrenaline gives you a damage up for each empty heart container you have, and I gotta say, I've never used it or been able to use it on a character that actually has red heart containers, so it's useless. Aquadama gives you a trail of tears behind you, and they do 3.5 damage each. People like the item, I don't. It's not a good item. Alabaster Box takes Soul Heart as charges, and it'll give you 2 items if you haven't taken a Devil Deal, 1 if you have, and a couple of Soul Hearts. And I mean, if I started with it, I'd be very indifferent. You can't get Soul Hearts as drops as a Tame Keeper, so it would be effectively useless. But I'm going to look past it for this one, because it's a special situation, and I'll give it a middle of the road. I typically wouldn't want to get rid of my active item, because I normally would have one, but if I didn't, I mean, it's okay. I'll put it in C tier. Almond Milk, high fire rate, random tears, not for me. Lump of Coal gives your tears more damage the farther tile, or the more tiles they've traveled. So 1 tile is a 0.6 damage up, I believe, and nothing wrong with that one. Analog Stick, better for console players, but I mean, I don't think it's good on console either. It's a minuscule tears up, and it allows you to fire in every direction now. And for a keyboard, it allows you to fire northwest, southwest. I'm not even pointing, you know what I mean. It allows you to fire in 8 directions instead of just a cardinal 4. And I mean, it's a tears up. I wouldn't be too unhappy to see it. Now, the Anarchist Cookbook will drop 6 bombs when you use it, 3-room cooldown. I don't like it, doesn't matter. This item. Oh, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't worry about it. I know exactly which one that is. I mean, it's the one where it you know, is that? No, anemic. When you get hit, you leave a creep trail. Yeah, that's why I thought it was that one. Not good. And since we're on the blood, take Bloody Lust. Bloody Lust, I mean, it's not bad at all. But every time you take damage, you get a damage up which will last the rest of the floor. It's not bad. I'll put it in A tier. I mean, I don't know what to give it. I mean, I'll put this item as great. Yeah. I'll put these as good. These as, you know, I'm indifferent. I know I've already used that word. How do you spell indifferent? I think that's how you spell it. Indifferent. Yeah, I spelled it right. I'll put this as, what would I put it as? Perhaps. Put these here. Put this as yeah, I think that's a good tier list. I'll add one more. Oh, I probably was supposed to. Yeah. Why did it take the color? Ah, I see. This one, I mean, the best of the best. Gotta be purple. How do I edit the background? Oh well. Not my problem. new, and this is just the best. This is the best. Perhaps would be Alabaster Box. Okay, anything I want to rescale? No, I would never take these. I mean, if they were free, I might as well, but I wouldn't. I mean... Oh, okay. This is just bad. This is just bad. No would be, like, Acid Baby. I'd take Acid Baby. But bad would just be, I don't take it. I think it actively hurts you. Anemic doesn't hurt you. I think Anarchist Cookbook really does. Oh, no. Counterintuitive. Counterintuitive. That's what I think. I think this is counterintuitive. Red is bad. Green is good. I mean, great. I probably could have worked out the kinks beforehand. Maybe. But that's not what we're here about. Or what we're here for. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. So these are great items. These are good items. I'm indifferent about these. Perhaps. I'll put 120 volt in the perhaps. Or 4.5 volt. 120 or 4.5? I don't want to spread misinformation. No, it's gotta be here somewhere. 4.5 volt, yeah. Which one's 120? 120. Why not? Yeah, I don't know why. I knew this is 120 volt. I don't know why I got 120 volt confused with 4.5. Shows just how much I know. Alright, Angelic Prism. I think the item is good. If you get something like Saturnus or Immaculate Heart, where they orbit directly into it. So it's good. It is perfect. I mean, it just essentially quadruples Saturnus's and Immaculate Heart's damage. So, I don't see anything wrong with it. Angry Fly. I'm not gonna give it a perhaps. I'm indifferent about it. Anima Sola, however, I think it's a great item. I used to not care for it, but I've used it. Really gives you that extra few seconds of damage on a boss. Or just enemies in general. It could really help you not get hit. Now, the Ankh lets you respawn as Blue Baby. I'm indifferent about it. It's an extra life. You can turn to Blue Baby. If you don't have unlocks for it, it's always nice to have an item that you can turn into something else. So, I'm going to say I'm indifferent about it. Anti-Grav. Put your tears in place. I like the item. I think it's a good item. It's a nice tears up. And, I mean, I used to really like the Waka Waka challenge, which gave you anti-grav and then metallic, or attracting tears. And I think that's really fun. I don't think it's actually good. I think it's just fun. And probably should put it in the category. But I don't. I think it's fun. And that's what really matters, if you have fun. Flying Pony. It's a good item. Gives you flight, sets your base speed to 1.5. So it's kind of like a rock bottom for your speed. You can still get more, but as long as you have it, you won't have less than 1.5 speed. And it's really valuable. Now, if I started with... I don't know what the item is called. A Pound of Flesh. Yes. Shops take hearts and Devil Deals take money. If I started with it, I'd be very sad. Not a good item. Now, the Apple Razor Blade, I don't know precisely what it's called, allows you to shoot razor blades often enough. Or not often enough, but based on your luck stat. And, yeah, it's called Apple. That's all it's called. Great item. The razors do a lot of extra damage. I think luck is a very important stat in the game. So, I think it's definitely a great item. Aquarius leaves a trail that will take whatever effects you have. So if you have Ipecac, I think it will maybe explode. If you have Scorpio, it will do poison. I think it's a great item. I really do. I like seeing the item. It's good. Quarter, I'm indifferent about. Which I know I shouldn't be rating these the same. And I guess I could be rating them in their respective categories. So, I mean, I might just do that. I mean... I'd much rather have the life. I really could have worked out the kinks a lot sooner. But no. No, why would I do that? I don't think Abaddon's the best. I think that's the best. I think the 2 tiers ups are good. Abaddon, it's still good. I think that this is correct. Ares, I hate Ares. Bad. Bad item. It's not counterintuitive. But this is where I'd put it. It's a speed up, it allows you to ram into things, and it sometimes allows you to just ignore damage. And it says, will not deal contact damage unless you are moving fast enough, at least 0.8 speed. It's okay. But I'm not a fan of it. I mean, I'll put it in a perhaps. I think it's better than 120 volt. Dinner, I mean, or not dinner, that's snack, I believe. Yep, snack. I mean, I'm indifferent about it. It's an HP upgrade. Astral projection, when you get hit, gives you just... It allows you to... I don't know how to word it. But kind of move out of your body freely and... just get some extra time for damage, I believe. Is the best way to put it. I'm trying to find it right now. I can't find it. Why don't I just type it in? Yeah, the first time you take damage in the room, Isaac will become a ghost and time will stop for 3 seconds. You get flight, spectral, and the damage from the next hit is negated. And then if you take damage a second time, I mean, you won't take the damage. And then you'll go back to your ghost, or you go back to your actual body. And it only works once per room, which I'm indifferent about it. I think it's better than a lot of these items, but not the best. A Fame gives you a Maw of the Void charge every time you get hit. I think it's a good item. Azazel Stone? Azazel something or another? Azazel's Rage. Every 4 rooms, I believe, Isaac will become... Oh, after 4 rooms. So it's every 5 rooms total. You get Mega Brim for a few seconds, I believe. Yes. It's not bad. Does a lot of damage. I'm not a huge fan of it. Backstabber. Every time you take damage, I believe all the enemies in the room become charmed. Or Betrayal. Betrayal, that's what it's called. Let me just make sure real quick. No, it's not called Betrayal. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, it is called Backstabber. I was right the first time. Why did I second guess myself? Every time one of your tears hit an enemy, it has a chance to start bleeding. Oh, yeah. It's a no. It's a no for me. Bag of Crafting. I don't think Bag of Crafting is good. On Tated Cane, yeah. But you just get it... On normal characters, you just get to see. You don't even get to see what you're going to craft. You just have 8 random items. Not good. I'll put Ball of Bandages in, perhaps. I don't think it's the best. Ball of Tar. I like it. It's a great item. I mean, it leaves a trail of creep that slows enemies. Which is good. I like it. Battery Pack. I mean, perhaps. Gives a full charge to your item and a couple of batteries. Other than that, a BBF, Big Beautiful Fly, I believe. I think it's counterintuitive. Belly button gives you extra trinket space. I'm indifferent about it. I'd rate it above turn. No. It also spawns a trinket, which isn't bad. Gives you 2 trinket slots, so what can you do? And it doesn't stack with mom's purse or anything like that, though. So that's the bad part. Belly jelly, great item. Chance to just ignore damage completely, which has saved me as Tan lost multiple times. I didn't win the run probably, but still. Berserk is Tainted Samson starting effect. It's a good item. I mean, you do a lot of damage. It's good. It's not bad, but I'd much rather have a lot of other items. Swarm Protector, every time, or when you take damage, I believe, he'll come out and then he'll start to... No, it'll just orbit him. And I believe it only works for that room. It's not a no, but it's a sad face. Best Blood, every 3 rooms spawn a giant decoy. I believe that attracts the mobs and then explodes. And I think it's a good item. I do. Now this is Betrayal, that's what it is. When you take damage, it charms all enemies in the room, which is helpful for green mode, but still sad face. BFF allows your familiars to do extra damage. I'll put it at the top of indifferent, because it really just depends what you have. Big Chub, charges, does damage. Yeah, I'm indifferent about it. He's good. Now, Big Protector, or Big Fan. Big Fan. Orbits you, blocks damage, good item. Binge Eater makes all item pedestals double, or kind of use a D6 effect that trickles back and forth, kind of like Tainted Isaac. And the second one is a health upgrade, and the health upgrade, if you take that one, will give you stats. I think it's good. Now if I start with Binky, it's a soul heart, so I mean it doesn't work as Tank Keeper, but it's fine. Gives you a size down, and gives you a good tears up. Cool. Bird's Eye, I believe, gives you a chance to just fire flames instead of tears, I believe. It's a good item. I'd much rather have it than all of these. Birdcage, I believe, is a new item. I've never gotten to use it, but I know when you take damage, it'll just... Oh, okay, so it will target an enemy and jump on them, releasing a rock wave outwards. And then for the remainder of the room, he'll then continue to attacking enemies, similar to a dead bird. It's not a bad item, but I'm indifferent about it. Much rather have him than a lot of other items. I'll put it above Analog. No, Analog Stick still tears up. Birthright. Birthright is very hit or miss. Depends on the character, but I think it's good. It's just like Tank Keeper. So I'd much rather have that than all these. Black Candle, no more curses. It's a great item. Great item. Black Hole, 4 charge, spawns a black hole where you throw it, and it'll destroy a lot of obstacles, not all though, and it'll attract enemies. Or not attract, but suck in enemies, and it does damage. I think it's a good item. I don't know why Black Lotus is here twice, but Black Lotus gives you 1 soul heart, 1 black heart, and 1 red heart container. So I think it's good. Even, I'll look past the fact that Tank Keeper can't get this, but I think it's good. Black Powder, right. It's a sad face. When you walk in a circle, it'll spawn, or it'll make a pentagram on the floor that does damage to all enemies in it. Does good damage. I don't care about it though. It's nice though when it does actually work. Blank card. I'm indifferent. I'd much rather have it than all these. It's nice if you have blank card with anything that you can actually use, like a Hierophant in most runs. I mean, you're just getting a couple extra soul hearts every so often. Not bad. The blanket gives you a soul heart and Holy Mantle effect on bosses. So it's good. Gives you an extra hit. Blood Bag, speed up and HP upgrade. It's a good item. Blood Bombs gives you 1 health up, and now your bombs leave a puddle of creep, and you can spawn them for half a heart if you don't have any. And I think it's a good item. Yeah, in the middle. Blood Clot, sad face. Damage up to one of your eyes. I don't care about it. Blood Oath takes all your health away, besides 1 red heart. Or 1 half red heart. Takes all your red health away, I should say. Besides 1 red heart. Now, Blood of the Martyr, I know it's a damage up. And I know there's something special about it. Yeah. And if you have Book of Belial, which you typically won't have, I mean, it's a 1.5 times damage up. It's a good item. Much rather have it over all these. I would not rather have Abaddon. Blood Puppy, counterintuitive, spawns a little guy, he goes around, sometimes he'll hurt you, not good. Blood Rites, activates a death card to the room in exchange for 1 heart. Which I'll say is a sad face. Just because if you have a good build for it, it's great. Beeper, or Bloodshot Eye, orbits you, does damage, or shoots tears every so often. I'm indifferent about it. Bloody Gust, every time you take damage will up your tears rate and your speed. Up to 6 times, I believe. Really good item. I like it. It gives you something when you don't have anything. So if you have a way to hurt yourself, like a IV bag, it'll activate off that. So, you know, you have health on the ground, you use it a couple times, well, for the rest of the floor, your tear rate and speed is just up. When normally you would have just gotten a couple coins, now you got coins and upgrades. Blue Baby's only friend, little not orbital, but it's a thing that goes around the room, kind of like a Ludovico tier that you get to control. And, I mean, does decent damage, but I'll put it in the sad face. Now, Blue Cap, tears up, shot speed down, and HP up. Very good. Very good item. Blue Map. I'm really not organizing these well. So don't take what I say into heart. Don't be like, oh, why do you like this item more than this? Even if they're in the same tier. If they're in the same tier, they're probably fine. Blue Map gives you secret rooms, or not gives you secret rooms, but tells you where they are, which in turn helps you kind of find out where the boss room will be, because super secret room is typically around the boss room. Not always, but it's a good item. Bob's Brain, sad face. It does a decent amount of damage. It poisons enemies. It can hurt you. And so it's something else you have to watch out for when you're walking around. Which, I mean, when you're walking around and shooting enemies, you don't want to have to worry about one of your own familiars or orbitals, not orbitals, familiars, hurting you. So it's not good. Bob's Curse, 5 bombs and poison bombs. All of the bomb items I like. I mean, I'm indifferent about this one, but I like the poison bombs. It gives you something extra for using a bomb on an enemy. And then Bob's Brain. It's good. 2 charge, you get an extra bomb. I don't like that it can bounce off walls, though. But it does do poison clouds, which is good. BOGO bombs. People typically don't like BOGO bombs. I think it really does just make it so that your bomb economy will never flatline. I do think that wholeheartedly. that it will just keep your bombs from ever going below 10 after a first floor of having it. You get like one chest, it can spawn 10 bombs. It's amazing. Boiled Baby, when near enemies, will just spew out tears that will do either 3.5 damage or 5.3 damage. If I am right. Let me check real quick. Yep, 5.3 or 3.5. I think it's good. I think it's better than most items. Bag of Bombs will spawn bombs every few rooms. Sometimes they can be troll bombs, but I do think it's still a good item regardless. Just because of the extra bombs it gives you. Which it gives you something when there's nothing. Normally you would just get whatever the room drops. Now you get that and then occasionally a bomb or two. Or a troll bomb. Bomberman, I think it's a perhaps. I don't like how easy it is to forget that you have it and then you accidentally bomb yourself or your donation machine, which is sad. But it's still good nonetheless. I like it. I mean, I don't like it, but perhaps. Bone Spurs, when you kill enemies, it will spawn little bones that will block tears. I think it's a good item. I do. Book of Revelations, perhaps. Gives you a soul heart every 6 rooms. Makes your boss almost guaranteed to be a horseman, which will in turn give you Ball of Bandage or Cube of Meat. And where's Cube of Meat? I'll just grab it right now. The Ball of Bandages and Cube of Meat are the same thing. They're just reskins. So, it's better than the Ball of Bandages and Cube of Meat, but it just isn't nice that that's what it does. I don't like that. Book of Secrets, however, I'm indifferent about. Can give you, I believe, 1 of 3 effects. I know it can either give you... Okay, what is it going to do? 1 of the 3 following effects. Yep, treasure map, so it'll give you either the floor layout, the map icons like the boss room, treasure room, so on and so forth, curse room, yada yada, or the blue map. So now, it also, in Repentance, because before it wouldn't do this, but now it will give you mapping effects that you don't have. So if you already have... Oh, I didn't even know this, but if you already have, you know, the compass, which gives you that, or if you've already used it enough, it'll give you something you don't have. So if you don't have the blue map, but you have the compass and the treasure map, it'll give you the blue map guaranteed. And now if you have all of them, it grants you the I Can See Forever effect, which unlocks all the secret rooms automatically. Which I think does move that up. I think that's really good. Book of Shadows, I'm indifferent about. 3-room recharge gives you a decent amount of invulnerability. It's good. Book of the Dead, every 6 rooms you get to use it. Gives you bonies and bone orbitals based on the amount of enemies you've killed in a room. So if you have a really big room with a lot of enemies in it, it'll give you a lot. But other than that, it's okay. Book of Virtues. Book of Virtues, every 4 rooms you get a wisp, but it's more overpowerful because you can have it as a passive item and you can use other active items with it. So you have the Book of the Dead, you can use it, you'll get a little bone wisp, I believe. I mean, or you'll just get a customized wisp, I don't know what else it does. And some are special, like if you have, where is it? I know it's somewhere, but if you have the bottle of pills, oh, I skipped it somewhere. It will give you a pill wisp, which when destroyed will drop a pill. And I think that's really clever. And there's more stuff like that. I don't actually see that. Bottle of pills. Where's the bottle of pills? Why is there 2 black refugees? Why is there 2 TNT? Bruh. That's sad. Why is there 2 sissies? Oh my god. Maybe I just shouldn't do them. Maybe I should just... Down you go to the bottom of the list. Never to be seen again for some time. Yeah, I don't know where Mom's bottle of pills is. It'll show up eventually. But I do think it's a good item. I do think it's a great item. Gives you something when you have nothing. Boom, gives you 10 bombs. It's a sad face. Booster pack gives you 5. It's a perhaps. It's a really good perhaps. I mean, it gives you 5 cards. There typically is at least one good one. But other than that, yeah. Botfly, good. Will protect you quite some bit against tiers, but not anything as good as Sci-Fi though, who will just straight up go ham and just protect you from essentially anything that isn't a Brimstone Beam or something of the sort. Okay, I can't find anything. I'm sure it's somewhere. You guys can probably see it. And you go, hey, you're missing it. You're missing it. You're missing it. It's right there. It's simply right there. Which it probably is. Okay. Box of Friends doubles your familiars. It's really only good for Lilith. It's not good otherwise. Box of Spiders. I think it's a good item. Every 2 rooms you can use it, and I don't remember exactly how many. I think it's 6 to 8 spiders. No. Spawns 4 to 8 friendly blue spiders. 4 to 8. That's what it is. Box. Yeah, perhaps. Drops 1 of every consumable type. It's okay. Bozo, 0.1 damage up, 1 soul heart, and when you take damage will have a chance to drop a rainbow poop, which will heal all your red hearts. So, if I started with it, I'd be indifferent. Breakfast, eh. Breath of Life, it has 6 charge, but it doesn't essentially charge on normal terms. It just charges like once a second, and you use it, and then once the 6 charges go down, so say like these little bars are here, it'll charge up to the max after 6 seconds or so, and then you'll use it, and then every second it'll go down a charge, down, down, and once it reaches the last charge, you get invincibility. But if you hold it for longer than that, it'll hurt you. So you have like just 1 second of invincibility, but then after you stop holding it and you do whatever you need to do, like enter a curse room for free or a blood donation machine, it'll start to charge back up slowly, like once a second. So every few seconds you can use it again. I don't think you can use it mid-charge. I might be wrong about that though. But I think I'm indifferent about it. I'd much rather have an HP upgrade, but it allows you to go into curse rooms, allows you to use blood donation machines. All around, it's okay. Brimstone bombs, I'm indifferent. Gives your bombs a brimstone effect. I'll put it in good. And it's plus 5 bombs. Now brimstone, I start with brimstone, I'd be happy. Very happy. Brittle Bones gets rid of your red heart containers and replaces them with empty bone hearts, 6 of them to be precise, and each bone heart you break will, well, when you break it, it will shoot tears out, or bone tears, in all directions, and it's really good for room clearing, but it's only those 6 bone hearts, and they'll give you a 0.5 tears up. 0.5 tears up. Really good. I think it is a great item. Broken Modem, I believe they updated it in Repentance. But what it does is, yeah, it'll cause enemies to lag, unquote, at random intervals, and that means they'll freeze in place, and then apparently while held, this item has a 25% chance to double up any ender room drops, which is actually really good. And then apparently it's affected by his luck stat. I don't think I actually have this item. You have to complete 7 daily challenges. I have not done that. Because you can't do it with the mod or the console activated, so you have to deactivate that, and it's just very annoying. And I believe it can also, if there's a tier that it freezes, it can just get rid of it completely. So if you have really high luck with Broken Modem, and you're against Hush, I think you can just be invincible. Oh, what the hell, bro? Oh, why would I do that? Okay, I don't know why it won't let me do that. But I'll put this as quest. It's just black. Because the broken shovel pieces, they just allow you to unlock the Forgotten. There's no other use for them. You can't actually get them. You had to do something special to unlock them. And they're only for that run. They don't actually do anything. Once you get the entire thing, it turns into a full shovel, which acts as the we need to go deeper shovel. Yeah, it becomes this. That's all it's for. It doesn't do anything else. Now, broken stopwatch every 4 rooms will either speed it up or slow it down. I think it's counterintuitive. I don't like it. Brother Bobby. It's a familiar. Does a little bit of damage. It's eh. Now, Brown Nugget recharges in the room and it allows you to spawn a turret fly. And I think it's a great item. Because you can just use it infinitely against a boss like Hush. You can just spawn infinite of them. If you have something like 4.5, whatever this item is. Can't remember what it's called. It'll charge faster. You got, you know, car battery. You get more. Super good. Bucket of lard, I believe. Can't remember exactly, because I know that there's 2. Yes, it is. Bucket of lard, 2 health up, and slight speed down. I think it's actually a good item. Because if you see that at the start of the run, you get 2 health containers. It really gives you the incentive to go deal with the devil. It's really nice. Buddy in a box. I'm not sure. I think that's the old Buddy in a box symbol. But I'm not for sure. It's actually really confusing. I don't know what it is. Huh. And it's not moving box. I'm fairly certain. No, it's not. I don't know what it is. I will admit, I think it's the Buddy in the box symbol. But if I don't see Buddy in the box, that's what this is. I don't know why whoever made this would use an outdated sprite, but I don't care. And you know, I'll take a random from down here. I'll close my eyes. I got bag of runes. Will occasionally give you a rune after completing a room. He'll give you a rune after completing rooms occasionally. I think it's a great bag because runes aren't very common, and yeah, they steal your shit. Bad. Bursting sack, I believe, makes it so that way spiders won't hurt you. Let me see real quick. Yeah, enemy spiders no longer target or deal contact damage to Isaac. That's all it does. I think it's a great item. It makes spiders just not go for you. So it's really helpful with the enemies that burst into like 20 mini spiders, because those don't hurt you. The normal spiders that you see in essentially every room, unlike the first few floors, won't hurt you. It's a great item. And this is I'll start with this. Butt bombs. Gives you 5 bombs. I'm indifferent about it. Gives you a little gas effect, which heals Dingle if you have him as a boss. Or not Dingle, but whatever his name is. And now this is like a catch-22. Because this could be Wait What or Butterbean, and I don't know which is which. So I'm gonna wait until the end to see. I don't know exactly which one it is. Caffeine pill gives you a size down, speed up, and drops a pill. I'm indifferent about it. I mean, I'll say it's good. It's definitely not an item that you really want to see, but it's still a speed up, and it gives you a size down, which is good. Glaucoma gives you a 5% chance, I believe, to fire a a dazing or concussive tear. That's what it is. And I mean, it just gives them confusion. And the daze effect is effectively permanent for normal enemies and has a much longer duration for bosses compared to other status effects, which is nice. But it does also give you a visual effect that makes it all rooms slightly darker. So, I mean, it's slightly noticeable, but at the end of the day, I do think it's still worth it because, yeah, I don't need full brightness. It's okay. Cambion Conception, if I'm right about that one. I'm really double guessing myself here. Cambion Conception, yeah. After you take enough damage, you'll gain a permanent familiar, and this includes Dark Bomb, which is great. Demon Baby, which is not so great, but it's still free. Leech, Little Brimstone, Succubus, and Incubus, which are really good. Little Abaddon, which is fine, and the Twisted Pair, which is amazing. And it can give you a total of 3. So if you have a way to hurt yourself, it's a great item. It gives you something where there's nothing. Camo undies will make you, I believe, invisible at the start of every room. And I mean, it works until you fire. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You have to fire to kill the enemies. Yeah. And also, bosses are immune to it, so it's not good. Cancer gives you 3 soul hearts, and then I believe once you get hit in a room, it'll give you the wafer effect. So if you're in like the womb, you'll get hit for 1 heart, and then after that, everything does half a heart. So if you're in Hush, really good. Delirium, really good. Mega Satan, and so on. You get the idea. It's a great item. I mean, it's a lot better than that. Candy Heart gives you a small but permanent setup every time you pick up a red heart, and it's a good item. So if you have a way to like hurt yourself and make red hearts, wonderful. Capricorn gives you an all stats up, which used to be one of the only true all stat ups because Magic Mush wouldn't give you tears, but this will give you tears, and really good item. It's actually a great item, I'd say. Car Battery gives you a double effect, and I'm gonna put it in the good tier, but it can also be counterintuitive because with Brown Nugget, it'll spawn 2 flies, which is great. But for the D6, it'll roll through items, and you won't be able to see what the item is. So if you're looking for an R key in a secret room, you can roll through it and not even know. So it's not always a take. It's commonly a take because if you have like Blank Card, Hierophant, you're going to be getting essentially twice as many soul hearts. If you have Bob's Brain, I mean, you're throwing 2 bombs, I think. I mean, at least it should work like that. If you have something like, I don't know. What other items is there? Coupon, you'll get 2 items for free. It really just depends what you have. Card reading, maybe gives you a card when you pick it up, but no. Card reading? Yeah, card reading. No, it doesn't. But I do know that it gives you 2 portals for up until the womb, and they're random between 3. 2 of the portals will spawn, and they can either be portal to the secret room, item room, or boss room. So you can skip a lot of floors, save your deal to Devil Precedent. Great item. Cat Nine Tails, shot speed up and damage up. Really like seeing the item, super good. Celtic Cross, when you get hit, gives you a chance to just become invincible, which is amazing. How much longer do I have? Oh. How much have I done? Oh. How far am I into it? Oh, 50 minutes. This is gonna take a couple hours to upload. Oh well. Sensor gives you a circle of effect behind you that will slow down tears and enemies, I believe. Great item. The Ceremonial Robes gives you 3 black hearts and a damage up. Great item. I'll put this at the top of good. Champion Belt gives you a damage up, but it makes champions appear more often. Chaos, it's a perhaps. Depends what you really have to start the roam with. I'd be very, very... I don't know how to say it. But I'd be very about it. Because Chaos, if you don't know, it randomizes all the loot tables, so essentially deals with the devils are worthless, because chances are they're not going to be deal with the devil items. They're going to be something like a health upgrade. So, yeah, depends on what you have, but it's okay to start with. Charge Baby can occasionally charge your item, stun enemies. He's good. And drop little batteries as well. Charm of the Vampire, every 13 kills gives you a half heart heal and it's a slight damage up. Chemical Peel, I like, gives you a damage up for your one eye. And I know it's kind of like, but what about this? This one's just better. Chocolate Milk, you can charge your tears and they do more damage, but I don't like it. I don't like the item. It depends on what you have. If you have Brimstone's really good because you're already charging, but I just don't like having to charge each individual tier. So at the start of a run, I don't like it. Now I believe that this one also has a sort of duplicate. I'm not certain though. I don't think so. I believe this is Circle of Protection. Gives you a circle around you. Uh-oh, I just opened Discord. Oh, no. That's not good. This isn't going swell. Yeah, Circle of Protection. Gives you a halo, I guess it's called. And it does damage to enemies. And there's a chance for it to reflect tears and make them homing. So I'm indifferent about it. Clear Rune acts as a blank card. But for runes, I think it's good. If you get a Yara rune, I mean, obviously you just won the game. And what the hell is this? What the hell is this? I'm pretty sure that's Clicker. I don't remember what it looked like before. But I don't know. I do not know. Compost will turn pickups in the room, like coins, keys, bombs, so on, into flies, and it will double your flies and spiders as well. So if you can get whatever this one is that makes it so that you only have one charge or one less charge, it'll be a one charge item and you'll just essentially have an infinite amount of flies and spiders. Really good. Compound Fracture makes your tears burst when they hit enemies or walls. I think it's a great item, so because it's a splash damage. Conehead gives you a soul heart and a 20% chance to deflect the damage, or just ignore damage completely. Really good. Constellation Prize, couldn't think of the name. Gives you a stat up based on your lowest stat, which includes damage, speed, range, and tears rate, and it'll give you either 1 bomb, 1 key, or 7 cents. Contagion, the first enemy in the room will create a gas cloud kind of that will infect others, and it'll do a mass amount of damage, and it'll just spread. Really good. Continuum allows your tears to travel through walls, and it is a range up. I think it's a good item. I don't think it's great. And now I want to make sure if this is Contract from Below or if it's missing page. It is Contract from Below, which is a great item because it doubles essentially all drops on the floor. Or after it doubles pickups and chests from clearing a room. But apparently it gives a 30% chance for room clear rewards to not spawn. But it's also just, it's a great item. All around. What does spawn will be doubled. It'll more than make up for what you miss. Converter, I think it's a great item. Turns one of your soul hearts or black hearts into a red heart, which is really good if you have anything like, you know, you're going for deals with the devil. You get a couple soul hearts. Guess what? You can just change it into a more effective currency. It has a 3-room recharge, which they changed recently. But I think it's a really good item. Coupon, good item. 6-room recharge. Makes one item and deals with the devil or shops free. And it's completely random. You don't know. Cracked Orb, when you get hit, can reveal parts of the map. So it'll reveal to you where rooms are, or where the boss rooms are, or even the super secret room. But it's okay. it doesn't give you access to the super secret rooms. Cracker Jacks, it's good. Gives you a trinket and a health upgrade. Which that's really like the cutoff. If it gives you a health upgrade and something else, it should be here. Crack the Sky spawns white beams, and they do a lot of damage. Really good for killing bosses. 4 room recharge. Amazing. Cricket's Body makes this splash damage. Kind of like the Parasite. I don't know if there's anything else to it. I'll just look it up real quick. Oh, it gives you a tears down. I forgot about that one. Gives you a tears up, I mean. Tears up, range down, and then tear size, and then they break into 4 pieces once they hit something. Really good. Cricket's Head. I mean, it's a 1.5 damage multiplier. And it's a damage up slightly. But it doesn't stack with Magic Mushroom, which kind of sucks. But to be fair, it's very rare to see the both of them in a run. Where is it? Magic Mush. I know I saw it earlier. Come on. Stop embarrassing me. Stop it. Oh, well, there's Sci-Fi. Uh-oh, I'm getting embarrassed in front of my internet friends. Come on. It's somewhere. Where is there 2 of you? Where is there 2 of you? Oh, God. I can't. Why? Oh, there it is. Found it. Best of the best. Gives you all stats up, and it might actually be a 1.75 damage multiplier. No, this is a 1.5 times damage multiplier. Same as Cricket's Head, but it also gives you other stats as well. Alright, and I'll pick a random one. Which one will it be? I got Midas Touch. When you touch enemies, they will freeze and turn golden, and if you kill them in that golden time, they'll drop coins, and I like the item. Crooked Penny, 50-50 chance to either double everything in the room or just turn it into a penny. And I think it's really good at making a run fun. And that's what matters, once again. I mean, it's the best of the best. Gives you a 2 times damage multiplier if you have full red hearts and you haven't been hit in the room. Once you get hit in the room, though, damage goes away. Really good, though. Crystal Orb. 6 room recharge, I believe. And it will drop, or what it will do is it'll give you mapping for the entire floor. And it can either drop a soul heart or a random card or a rune. So, really good. If I start with it, I mean, it's one of the best times in the game. It gives you mapping every floor, and it can give you cards with runes and soul hearts, which, once again, Tainted Keeper doesn't matter. But it's super good. C-section. You haven't seen the item. I can't explain what it does. It gives you, instead of tears, I'll try my best to explain. Instead of tears, it'll give you little baby fetuses that come out of you that have homing, and they do a lot of damage. Super good. Ice Cube Baby. Counterintuitive. When you walk through rooms, it spawns in front of you, and you can't walk through it. So if you want to just, walk across a long corridor, it'll just slow down your time by like 20%. Super annoying. And it barely does anything. Cupid's Arrow gives you piercing tears. Really good. Cursed Eye. I think the item is great. No, not great. I think it's okay. But I think it's fun because it gives you that burst damage. So if you have something like, I'm thinking. You have something like chocolate milk, it does double up. But it also has the downside because once it's fully charged, it starts to make your eye flash black and white. And if you get hit while your eye is white or black, I don't remember which, doesn't matter. It's a 50-50 either way, essentially. It'll teleport you randomly. Curse of the Tower, counterintuitive. When you get hit, spawn 6 troll bombs. D100 essentially randomizes everything. Counterintuitive. Bad. D7 rerolls enemies. Bad. D12 rerolls rocks. I'll put it into perhaps because it can roll into tinted rocks and it can help you get to places where, you know, you couldn't get before. So say, you know, there was like a penny here, but these two things are rocks. Well, I can D12 them and they might become like a exploding barrel or a pile of poop. And then you can get to the penny. D1 duplicates items, but not the exact one. So if it's a card, and it's a Hierophant card, you can duplicate it and it will become a card, but not what it was before, which they changed that recently because apparently it was too broken. D20, sad face, rerolls pickups, not good in actual runs, good in greed mode. I'll just say no. I wouldn't ever actually really take it unless greed mode, and I don't take it half the time in greed mode because it's just not fun. D4, rerolls your items. Sometimes you need to do that because you have a bad run. D7 refills the room with enemies, so that way you can get more room clear rewards. It has a 3 charge. So it's decent, and I think as Tainted Keeper, essentially if a fly would drop a nickel and you redo the room, it will drop a nickel again. D8 counterintuitive, rerolls your stats, and they never, or almost never, actually work out. It somehow always makes it worse. Because it'll be like, oh hey, well here you go, here's 1,000 damage, but you see, your speed is now 0.1 and you have 2 health. So have fun and you're dead. Or other way around. Hey, here you go, have 14 speed, but guess what, you're capped at 2. And here, you have a tier rate of 3, and your damage does 4. And you're in Womb 2. Dad's Key unlocks essentially all rooms, boss challenge rooms, even if you don't have the health, secret rooms, and Mega Satan's Door. I think it's a great item. With 2 room recharge. Essentially every other room you get a check for the secret rooms. Dad's Lost Coin gives you a luck upgrade, and it's slight range up. It's a no. Like, I'd take it, but no. Dad's Note is a quest item, or yeah, Dad's Note is a quest item. So it doesn't actually have any effect in the real game. I mean, it's what lets you go to Dogma. So it doesn't actually have any use. I know there's a few other items, like the key pieces. They don't do anything either. But that's not my point. They actually do stuff, because they give you an increased angel chance, but I'm going to put it in the quest category. Dad's Ring. I need to look up what this one does, because I think, yeah, it gives you a yellow ring around you, and enemies are frozen when they touch that ring. And they'll stay permanently frozen until you leave, or until they leave the ring by you moving away. And doesn't work for bosses. It's okay, can really help you stop damage, or contact damage, that's the word. Spider, Daddy Longlegs, gives you a spider familiar, great item. He stomps on enemies, does a lot of damage, essentially kills all normal enemies, really good. Damocles, it's a great item, doubles all pedestals, it's fun. Dark Arts is Tainted Judas's starting item. Makes you invincible for, I believe, a few seconds, and you can strike through enemies. And after you're done, okay, very hard to explain. You strike through enemies, you do damage, you get a damage buff for it. For each enemy you strike through, or bullet, or tear. So if you're against someone like Hush, and you know, spawns a lot of tears, you can strike through a lot of them, and it'll amp up your damage really fast, but it'll also go down rapidly as well. Dark Bomb turns red hearts into other stuff, preferably black hearts. Really, really good. Dark Matter, damage up, gives you a 33% chance of firing a shot, which gives you the enemy fear. Dark Prince's Crown, if you're at 1 health, gives you a massive tears up, range up, all of the above. I really like the item. I do think it's one of the better items in the game. It's really hard to meet that quota of the 1 red heart, but if you do, and you can manage it, it's really good. Data Miner messes everything up, gives you random stat ups and downs. Not good. Counterintuitive. Bird, once you get hit, spawns a guy, goes around, does damage, yada yada. Dead Cat, if I started with it, I'd be happy. 9 lives, what can you do? Dead Dove, Flight, and Spectral Tears, which Spectral allows you to shoot through rocks, fires, poops. Not enemies though, that is piercing. But really good item to start with. Deadeye, when you keep on hitting an enemy with your tears and you don't miss, it will make your tears go up in damage up to 100%. So if you have 6 damage and you hit, I believe, 3 or 4 tears in a row, you're going to be at 12 damage. Super good, and it's really good if you have technology, because technology, once you get it, it locks in your damage. So it won't go down. It won't go up though, so you want to wait until you have the max damage bonus from Deadeye, and then it'll be very good. Dead Onion gives you a tears up, but shot speed down, and I don't know what else. But it gives you Spectral Tears, really good to start with still. Dead Sea Scrolls gives you, I don't know what essentially effect, but it's a 2-room recharge, and it gives you random effects or random active effects. Oh, it doesn't tell you, which is essentially the same as Metronome if I'm correct, because Metronome is also a 2-room recharge. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, it gives you the effect of a random item, because it can also give you passive items like Brimstone. I forgot about that one. And I think it's better because it just allows you to get everything. I mean, it's fun. 2-room recharge. What do you really want? I can't find Metronome right now. Why is there 2 Pageant Boy Supremes? Bad. I'll take a random item. Hematopsis. I don't know exactly how it's said. Okay, I also don't know how to spell it. I don't know, but it allows you to double tap your shoot button and you'll sneeze, and then they'll take 1.5 times the damage, and it'll also push them back. And I do have a video recorded of me destroying Hush by just sneezing with Tainted Azazel. It was really funny. I think it's a good item. Dead Tooth. I don't know why, I believe they changed the description of it. It used to be Halitosis, I believe. I might be wrong about that one. But I know it gives you a little circle around you that does poison. And it's okay. Death's List gives the little skulls above enemies. If you kill them in the order that the list decides, it'll give you random pickups or stat ups, which is what you really want. Death's Touch gives you a damage up, piercing, tears down, I believe, but it's still really good. I mean, Death Certificate allows you, well, it transports you to a floor, kind of, that has every item in the game, so it is the best of the best. You can get any item with it, no matter what, no matter when. And it also drops a bunch of pickups as well, so you can go into, because it has different rooms, and the room's going to have chests and soul hearts and money. Super good. Decap Attack, I'm not even going to explain it. Look it up yourself. No. It allows you to throw your head out of place. So say you're this symbol right here. You can throw your head over to here and you can start firing from it, but you can also recall it. You know, that's the best explanation I can do. Why is it 2 of you? Random item. Lord of the Pit, Flight, Spectral, I believe. I believe that's Lord of the Pit. Yes, it is. Oh, this gives him a speed up and a ability to fly. And it also does contribute to the Leviathan transformation. Deck of cards, 6 room recharge gives you a card. It's okay. Where was I? Deep Pockets increases your money cap to 999. And if a room would not give you a reward, it drops 1 to 3 coins. And it can... Essentially, it decides, will it be a penny, nickel, dime, or golden penny, and it makes all of them that. So if it decides to spawn a nickel, and it decides to spawn 3 rewards, it'll give you 3 nickels. Super good. I don't know which one this one is. Because there's multiple that look like this, and I don't know if it's the charge. It is Delirious. Yes. I believe it's a 12 room recharge, and it spawns just a random boss. I like it. I'm indifferent to it though. Can be good, can be not. There's many more, or there's a lot of better items. Demon Baby, little guy, does turret things. No. Depression gives you a trail behind you that can, kind of like Aquarius, but it will occasionally do the holy light effect. Like, you know, crack the sky, or just, you know, aka Holy Light. Holy Light also, best way I am in the game. HP upgrade, dog food, dinner, I don't know what it's called. Indifferent about it. D-Infinity, I think this is the D-Infinity. It's the old texture of it. I believe that's what it is. HP upgrade. Diplopia allows you to double anything in the game. So if you can't afford a Devil Deal that has Brimstone in it, guess what? You're getting it. Super good. You find Death Certificate, guess what? You have 2 of them now. I like it. Good item. Dirty Minds, I believe it is. And I will look this one up just to make sure I'm correct. I don't want to rate anything inappropriately. Yes, it is Dirty Minds. And when you destroy a poop, it gives you 1 to 4 friendly dip familiars, which are nice. And enemy dips become friendly. So it's kind of like Bursting Sack, but for dips. Only the small ones, though. I don't know which fly this guy is, but just for the sake of it, all the fly items are essentially just sad. Because, I mean, none of them are good. None of them are like, oh, wow. Actually, this one's good. They orbit you. They block stuff. I don't believe that any of the other 5 familiars do block anything. But those 2, they do. They're good. I would like to find the others. Mulligan, every 1-6 shots that you land, I believe, gives you a fly familiar. Not fly familiar, just an attack fly. Divine Protection? That or Intervention. Divine Intervention, not Protection. You double tap, you make a shield that will reflect anything in the game. Enemies, Mega Satan's Brimstone Blast. Really easy to forget about, but still a really good item nonetheless. Oh, Pentagram gives you a damage up and an increased deal to Devil or Angel chance, whichever one you're going for. Unicorn Stomp. It activates the Chariot card effect every 4 rooms, essentially. I mean, it's a charged item, or it's a spacebar item, so you get to choose when to use it, but every 4 rooms you get to use it, and you just can do contact damage. So it's a perhaps. Why is there 2 of you? Hey, there's I saw the pill bottle. Gives you a pill. Sad face. Ipecac. I mean, I'd be pretty happy. I'd say it's fun. Gives you a lot of bombs. I mean, it gives you infinite bombs, technically. A lot of damage up. Really good. False PhD. I think it's a great item. It allows you to see all pills, so you can tell what you're going to take, and it can give you black hearts if it's like a Curse of the Maze effect. So if you need black hearts, it'll let you know. And if you want a damage up, you can take pills that will give you stat downs. Luck downs also count, so you can just take luck downs, because luck isn't the most important unless you have, you know, Apple or something of the sort, or Dead Tooth. bird's eye, ghost pepper, yada yada. So if you take it tears down, you'll get a damage up. Spade down, get a damage up. Range down, I believe, also works. So if you have a lot of range or luck or anything, you can just get damage ups in change. Fruitcake, you know, I think of fruitcake. Random tier effects, bad. Magic 8 Ball gives you a shot speed up. Drops a card and gives you a 15% chance at planetariums. So it's good. Eat at first floor. It's disheartening to not get a damage upgrade, but I always like to think that, you know, increased chance for planetariums. Prayer card, every 6 rooms you get an Eternal Heart. So every 12 rooms in turn, you essentially just get an HP upgrade. Kamikaze, you just blow yourself up. Spacebar item. If you have something like Pyromaniac, however, where is it? I'll find it eventually. I mean, I'll get better at this. No, that's Sacred Art right there. Too dumb to find it, apparently. If you have something like Host Hat as well, that also works, which gives you explosion immunity. There it is. I mean, it's just free damage, essentially. Other than that, though, no. Flush kills, I believe, all small enemies in the room. I'm not exactly sure. Not bosses, though. Yeah, it turns every normal enemy into poop. So. But it kills poop bosses. So that's good. Okay, I mean. Oh, now we're in 16 and I gotta speed this up. Okay, rapid round. Oh, God. Which one is this? Oh, God, I skip it. Ice Baby. Fires Uranus Tears. Indifferent. Good. Actually, he's good. Sworn Angel. Speeds up your orbitals around you. Fire Sacred Heart shots. Good. Guillotine. Makes your head fly around you. Your body still your hitbox. Gives you damage and tears up, but makes your tears fire out of your head, which isn't good. Ghost Baby. It's another familiar, which is in no tier. Greed's Gullet. Counterintuitive. Gives you HP upgrades based on how much money you have, which is good for a King and Keeper. I'd be very excited, but I still don't like the item in general because I don't think it's worth it. Fart Baby. Block shots. I'm indifferent about it. Kind of like Dry Baby. Block shots. And Dry Baby can actually activate the Death card effect. Good. Glitch Crown. Just makes all pedestals rotate in between 5 very fast, though, so it's kind of hard to time. But it still gives you a lot of chances. Eucharist gives you 100% Angel Deal chance. Really good, really good. Speaking of 100% chances, I mean, I'm going to find a little thing real quick. A little thing called, oh god, I wish there was a way to search for it. A little thing called Play-Doh Cookie gives you random tier effects. Can explode. One of the best items in the game. Really nice. Even though I understand it's random, but it gives you actual good tier effects. Goat Head gives you 100% deal with the Devil chance or Angel if you're going Angel, essentially. Eraser can get rid of 1 enemy permanently from the run per floor. Yeah, it's okay though, but if you miss it, it's kind of sad, and also it only does a certain amount of damage, so if you don't kill the enemy, well, guess what? It's still alive. Pretty Plum bounces around the room, does damage, kind of like Baby Plum does on her charge attack. That's how she moves around. Ease Mascara gives you 2 times damage multiplier, but it tears down and shot speed down, and range down, I believe. Esau Jr., really good. Turns you into a secondary version of yourself. I mean, I'm going to read the wiki real quick because I don't know how to actually. Yeah. This swaps you between the character you started as and Esau, which has 3 black hearts, 2 base damage, and the ability to fly. And then they have their own respective items, which is, you know, if your character has 5 items, you'll switch, and this guy will have 5 items, I believe. Flatstone gives. I mean, it's really cool. Gives you a little splash effects every time your tears hit the floor. So if you have Ipecac, though, every time it hits the floor, it'll explode. Golden Razor Blade gives you 5 cents, and it can give you a damage up in turn for 5 cents, which is bad. Heartbreak gives you 3 broken hearts and a small damage up for each broken heart, and I don't think it's worth it. Fate, which gives you flight and then an Eternal Heart, really good. Oh god, I don't know this one off the top of my head. Miter gives you an increased chance for soul hearts. Good. Still not good for a tank keeper though, but it's fine. Little Lucky gives a little familiar that does 4-way attacks. Okay. Infestation. Every time you kill an enemy, spawns a spider. Guppy's Hairball. I'm indifferent. Gives you a little orbital, no, not orbital, but familiar that you can swing around that does damage, and the more damage it does, the bigger it grows, and the more damage it does. Now, Teardrops gives you a Tears Up, and it gives you an increased 28% Tears Up in your left eye, or right eye, I don't know which one. Really good. Echo Chamber, now it's not the best, it's good. Remembers the last 3 pills or cards or runes you use, and it uses them every time you use a second one. So if you use a Yera rune, and then you use a Death rune, not Death rune, a Death card, it will also use a Yera rune. But after the 3 are up, then it won't use another Yera rune, unless you use another. Eden's Blessing gives you Tears Up and a random item at the start of the next run, which is fun. I don't remember exactly. I think your Friend Finder, every 4 rooms you can get a random enemy, and it's really good. Actually, I don't think it's the best, but it can give you really good enemies. Forget Me Now allows you to restart a floor completely. Really good. King Baby stops once you start to shoot, stops all your familiars from following, and just makes them shoot in whichever direction you're shooting. Immaculate Conception acts as a sort of, or acts as like an angelic version of Cambion Conception. So it'll give you something like, Swarm Protector. Once you do whatever, Lost Soul, you know how I feel about Lost Soul, gives you random, if you can keep them alive to the end of the next floor, gives you an HP upgrade, 2 Soul Hearts, or 3, and a Holy Item, which can be something like Sacred Heart, or just Crown of Light, or, something of the sort. Or Revelation, I think. Revelation, I think it can be. Revelation gives you Flight and Holy Brimstone, which isn't affected by your tier stat. So if you have like Ipecac, Brimstone, like Polyphemus, it'll still charge up in the same amount of time and do the massive amount of damage. Jacob's Ladder, super good. I had to make sure I started recording in. Once your tiers hit enemies or walls, it will activate electrical effects, which will shock through enemies or multiple enemies. Super good. Starter Deck allows you to hold 2 cards or runes or pills, and it spawns 1 as well, which is nice. Montezuma's Revenge, sad. Gives you a little poop brimstone, so once you hold up, you release, it'll give you a little trail out of your butt that fires brimstone, and some corn shots as well, which it's hard to use, but it's still decent. Pisces Tears Up and Knockback Up. I think it's a really good item. Mom's Bracelet, I believe it is, or Necklace. Necklace. Gives you Soul Heart, Rage Up, and Luck Up, maybe? I mean, I'm indifferent about it. Most of the Mom items now give Soul Hearts as well. Yeah, Luck Up, Soul Heart, and then Rage Up. So they do more than just essentially nothing. Dogtooth gives you damage up and howls whenever you're next to a secret room or super secret room that you have not found yet. Really good at finding those hard to find rooms. Doctor's Remote, 2-room recharge. Gives you a Dr. Fetus Strike. So I believe that this is Dr. Fetus, which gives you just bombs, and I think it's a great item. And Epic Fetus, I mean, I think it's a good item. I don't think it's a great item. Throws bombs instead of tears. It's fine. Multi-Swords gives you just a chance to fire in multiple directions. Jar of Everything, depending on what you have or how many charges you have, and it has a total of 12 charges, depends on the item it'll spawn. So if you have 1, it'll spawn a pile of poop. If you have 2, it'll spawn like a coin. And then if you go all the way up to like 10, it'll give you a golden bomb. If you go to 12, it'll give you either a pile of poop, a bunch of random collectibles, or an item, or even a just random TM trainer item. So I'm indifferent about it. I don't think it's good though. And speaking of TM trainer, I'll steal that one real quick. Where is it? I know it's down here. It's like I Spy, but I'm just mentally deficient. Wow, I'm really mentally deficient, eh? I swear to God, I'm gonna gloss right over it. I was gonna be like, yep, guess I couldn't find it. I know I saw it earlier. I know it was there. Wow. Wow. Why am I so bad at this? Oh well, Ghost Pepper. Kind of like Bird's Eye. Finger. I really like Finger. I think it's a great item. Does 10% of your damage constantly to enemies pointing in that you are pointing it at in that direction. So you don't have to be close to them at all, and it can still do a lot of damage. Fortune Cookie, I think, is a great item. It gives you a chance every 2 rooms to get a Soul Heart or card, or maybe Rune. I'm not certain. That's not how you spell Fortune. Oh, it does include runes or soul stones. Does it say or a trinket? It can give trinkets as well. Yeah, but they're much rare. Leech attacks enemies. When it kills enemies, it will give you a red heart or half a red heart. I like it. This is Blue Baby's item. Allows you to hold, or Tainted Blue Baby, I should say. Allows you to hold his poop bombs. Which, I mean, it has no use for any other people or persons. SMB Superfan gives you an all stats up. Great item. And the knife pieces are quest pieces. Flip is Tainted Lazarus' starting item, but you can also get it as other people, and it essentially activates like in shops or anywhere where a pedestal was at the start of a room, or not pedestal, but was already spawned. Like a deal with the devil, it's already spawned, even though it's technically not a pedestal. You can still buy it. But so if you're in a deal with the devil and you buy like 9 lives, you can flip it and then it'll turn into a free counterpart like Dark Bomb. Key Bomb steals your keys. Low Brimstone, he's good, but it's a perhaps. He just does a little Brimstone effect. It's okay. Hive Mind makes your flies and spiders do extra damage. Gimpy, when you get hit, can spawn soul hearts or black hearts. Sparkle or glitter bombs gives you a chance to spawn items when you use bombs. So if you use like a bomb, it can spawn a bomb or a key or a coin or so on and so forth. Miner, when you get hit, charges your item or your spacebar item by 1. Hypercoagulation, I think that's hypercoagulation, which is, if you do not know, oh, that's not how you spell it. It is Tainted Maggie's starting item, which is when she gets hit or when she kills an enemy, has a chance to spawn half a red heart. I mean, it's not counterintuitive, but it's just sad. Doesn't do anything. Hemolacria, massive damage up, massive tears down. You lob your tears now, and they burst into a bunch of tears. Really good. Juicy Sack follows behind you. Can spawn spiders, I believe. I don't know. I know that the trail, though, does slow down enemies. And it does spawn 1 to 2 blue spiders after every room. Super good. Low Portal steals your stuff and spawns portals that can just trap you. I don't know if this is Succubus or Incubus, and it's very confusing that they used old tier or old effects. Recall is Tainted Forgotten's birthright effect. That's what it is. That I don't think you can get as any other character, but essentially, because Tainted Forgotten just throws his body, and this allows you to just pick it up without having to run over to go grab it. Sanguine Bonds spawns a set of Spice and Devil Deal that can give you a list of things, such as the Leviathan transformation, which is 1% chance, but overall, essentially useless. Holy Mantle ignores the first hit of every room. Hollow Ground, when you get hit, spawns a poop pile that gives you massive stat ups. Lusty Blood, okay, I guess never mind. Isaac's Heart replaces your hitbox and now puts it behind you, so it's a lot harder to dodge stuff, and it's just not good. Empty Vessel, you have no red hearts. It will give you flying, and it also gives you 2 black hearts. Epiphoria, when you fire in one direction, it'll amp up your tier rate up to 100%. So if you normally have a 3 tier rate, it'll become 6. Jar of Lemonade, I believe 4 room recharge. I'm gonna look it up. but it spawns a giant pool below you. I guess it. Oh, it's called Free Lemonade. It's called Free Lemonade, I believe. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that's actually nice. Yeah, it spawns a giant puddle of lemonade, and it lasts for 19 seconds, apparently. This is really good. Marble spawns 3 trinkets, and if you get hit, you can actually gulp the trinkets. Isaac's Tomb, at the beginning of each floor, spawns a chest that you open, and it can spawn a numerous amount of things. Which I actually do not know how to unlock, I believe. Ah, defeating the beast has Tater forgotten. Yeah, no. Yeah, they can contain trinkets, soul hearts, random items, or angel room items. It's really good. Growth hormones, damage up and speed up, really good. How to jump, I actually like the book. Can help you get to places where you couldn't reach before. E. coli, when you hit enemies, they turn to piles of poop. So if you have Holy Mantle, you can just run into enemies and they will, you will not take damage and they will become piles of poop. And if you have that with Midas's touch, it'll turn them into golden poop. So you're gonna have a lot of money. Nod Leaf. You stand still, you become invincible. Lost contact, your tears now can stop enemy tears. So if you have Brimstone, it's really good because it has essentially spectral and piercing. So it won't stop. Mom's Key gives you +2 keys and really good chest loot. Jesus Juice gives you damage and range up. It's a great item. I mean, I think it's good, but it just, I know it's a lot better than most of these. I actually think Lump of Coal is better than that. Libra, counterintuitive, somehow always makes your run worse. Holy Grail, flight and HP up, so it's a great item at that. Dull Razor, I believe it's Dull Razor. I'll look this one up. Yep, Dull Razor. 2-room recharge, you use it and it hurts you, quote unquote, but it really just gives you invincibility frames. It's a no. Allows you to go into curse rooms for half off, essentially. Euthanasia, or euthanasia, I should say, gives you a chance to replace your tears with needles that, if they hit enemies, they essentially insta-kill them, and it can also kill turrets and the little spike blocks that float around. And then once it kills them, it also bursts into 8 euthanasia needles that can hit other enemies, and so on and so forth. Fly item, once again, I don't know where I said I'd put them. No, in the sad face. Immaculate Heart gives you a 20% damage up and gives you a sort of ring around you that is really good. Glyph of Balance will essentially ensure that you never die, because it will give you whatever you have the least of after clearing a room. So if you have like 20 coins, 1 bomb, and 20 keys, and then you have like max health, it'll give you bombs. But if you have like, you know, maxed out consumables, but you don't have a lot of health, it'll spawn soul hearts, which is really nice. And leprosy, when you take damage, you'll spawn low orbitals, and so perhaps, I'm not gonna say no to it, but it's just, it's not good. Fly item goes in the sad tier. Harlequin Baby, double shot, but like a wish shot, not good at all. Counterintuitive, actually, I'd say no. Eye of the Occult gives you immunity to burn, charm, freeze, and like status effects, and it gives you 2 luck up. Head of the Keeper, I think it's a great item. Replaces your tears with coins that can actually drop coins when they hit enemies, so you can get a lot of money. Duality, now it spawns angel and devil deals when you get them, so if you take a deal with the devil and it's duality, you can still get angel deals. Divorce Papers gives you a bone heart, I believe. I know it gives you a tears up, and then it also spawns, I believe, mysterious paper. Yeah, it gives you a bone heart, tears up, and mysterious paper trinket. Evil Eye gives you a 3.33% chance to spawn a, or when shooting, gives you the 3.3% chance to spawn a an eye that will move across the screen that will also shoot tears in the direction you're shooting. So say you're shooting right and you shoot out a tear and then you start to shoot up, it'll also fire up. It's really nice. Dreamcatcher shows you what items are on the next floor and boss, and gives you a half soul heart. Easy to forget though. Jar of Wisps. You have to wait like 12 rooms to use, and then gives you 1 wisp, and then if you wait 12 more rooms, it'll give you 2. And then so on and so forth, up to like 12, and it's just not good, because why would you... Oh, you can have a max of 24 apparently at one time. But... Why? How are you supposed to get 24... Or up to 24? It's stupid. Sausage actually an all stats up, because it'll give you an increased deal with the devil and deal with the angel chance. And planetarium chance. HP up, speed, or shot speed up. And it's okay. This is the right tier, right? East, no. East, no. One down. Pay to win, or money equals power. Really good. Money translates to damage. It's just super good. HP upgrade. Yeah, the low Chad can drop you half a heart after some rooms. Or after a few rooms. It's okay. Low Chubby. Yeah. I don't feel very happy about it. I'm gonna move these down, because they actually are not that good. I rated them way too highly. They're just nose. No, it attracts stuff to you. It's okay, but still. Relic every 7 to 8 rooms will drop a soul heart. Super good. I don't know which one this is. This is also a Catch-22, because it looks a lot like Star of Bethlehem. And I don't know which one is which. I'm pretty sure this is Eden Soul, but I'll deal with that later. Crow... No, Empty Heart. If you have... I'm looking it up. If you have 1 red heart or less, you get a new one. An empty one at that. But it does just give you a lot of incentive still to go deal with the devil. Eternal D6 acts as D6, but with 2 room recharge, and has a 50% chance to just straight up destroy items. So, it can just kill it. You saw nothing. No. Good enough. Explosivo. That's a no. It can make your tears stick to enemies and then explode eventually, which could also hurt you though. Eye of Belial makes your tears give a 2 times damage up, I believe, and pierce through enemies. And homing. Eye of Greed, every 20 shots, you spend a coin, and it applies the Midas touch effect to enemies, so it freezes them. And you're essentially always going to get your money back. Eye of the Occult gives you a damage up, and homing, or not homing, but it allows you to control all your tears. But it essentially makes like homing or anything like Cursed Eye invalid. Fanny Pack, when you get hit, has a 50% chance to drop, I believe it's 50%, to drop any sort of consumable. Yeah, random key, bomb, or coin. Is that what I said? Heart key, bomb, or coin. Fast bombs, plus 7 bombs, and allows you to essentially just spam bombs. I'm indifferent about it. Yeah, I think it's good. Face reward spawns a sort of incubus, which will... Or, well, not a sort of incubus, but it has you get a familiar that will shoot your tears. Just like Incubus does. So I don't know which one's Incubus. I know I put it down here. I mean, it's the old effect. I can't tell which one's which. They look very similar. Pokego every 2 rooms allows you to try and capture an enemy, walk over the ball, and then you can throw it and use it. Not good. Game Breaking Bug, double tap, and it'll re-roll a consumable. Jello, 2 room recharge. You get to whip out a baby that does some contact damage and then fires your tears but far away from your body. So say you'll be like angry fly over here. They'll spawn like all the way over here and it'll start shooting. Gemini gives you a sort of familiar that if it's within a close enough range of enemies, it'll just go towards them. And so if you're, you know, there's bomb flies around, you're just screwed. Genesis removes all your items, skips the floor you're on, and then gives you a choice of 3 items for every item that was taken away. So it really does give you a reset, or if you just want to skip like Cathedral or something, you can. Spooky bombs, plus 5 bombs, I believe. And then once you use one, it'll spawn a little ghost fellow that will hunt enemies, and I think it's actually good. Missing page gives you a black heart, and then it's a no. You hear nothing. Oh, it doubles black heart and Necronomicon damage to 80 instead of 4, and then if all your health is at 1 heart after taking damage, it activates the Necronomicon effect. So it's fine. Fly goes to sad. Delirious spawns a little familiar that follows, well not follows, but transforms into random familiar. So it can become like Big Beautiful Fly, then Angry Fly, and then Bob's Brain, and so on and so forth. Microcells, every time you get hit, spawns a little guy. So I think it's a good item. Glass Cannon. It has like a 10-second recharge time and then shoots a giant tear that pushes you back and pierces through enemies. I'm indifferent about it. Glaucoma, I swear to God, I already have you. Do I not have you already? Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, this is Glaucoma. This is Kane's other eye. He just bounces around and he just shoots and does essentially next to nothing. Glowing Hourglass, 3-room recharge, allows you to reset a room. Or not reset a room, but go back and time a room. Gouge Flash, shrinks an enemy maybe. Every now and then. I don't like it still. I honestly don't like it at all. I think it's sad. Godhead gives your tears a little aura around them that do a lot of damage. I think it's great. I think because they ruined, or they nerfed it, it's still one of the better items, but it's still just bad. I don't know that doesn't go there. Definitely should have put that. Did I put Flatstone on the top? I don't think so. I don't think I should have. I'll put Forget Me Now down here just because Archie exists. Just so that way there's some sort of basis as a difference. Ian's Blessing also. I don't know why I'm putting a Tears up in the top. But Esau Jr. does deserve to be there. Lost Soul is Lost Soul. Mom's Key gives you a lot more pickups and consumables. I mean, Spoonbender gives you homing. Oh, I lost it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I lost it. Oh god, it's gone. Oh no. I can't believe I've done this. Sacred Heart, 2.3 times damage multiplier. Super good. Guppy's Collar, 50% chance to revive. It's good. Guppy's Eye allows you to see into chests, so you know which ones to open and which ones to not. Guppy's Head spawns a couple of flies after each room. It is an active item, so it does take up that charge. Guppy's Paw, indifferent about, takes 1 heart, gives you 3 soul hearts. Guppy's Tail makes golden chest, or not golden chest, but just chest spawn more in turn for keys, so you won't get as many keys. Headless Baby spawns trails and of creep, pretty good. Krampus's Head gives you a 4-way brimstone beam for a 3-room recharge, pretty good. Does a lot of killing. Hot Bombs leaves fire after you use a bomb. Humbling Bundle has a 50% chance, I believe, to double up a consumable. I believe it's 50%. Oh, that's not how you spell humble. Oh, it's just a chance. It's just random, but it's still good. No, Hungry Soul. When you kill an enemy, has a chance to spawn a ghost familiar guy that chases enemies. Little Hushy bounces around the room until you start the fire, in which case he just stops moving. IBS will... I mean, it's counterintuitive. If I remember correctly, I don't think I have the item unlocked. I'm gonna just look it up to make it easier. But when you deal damage to an enemy, has a chance to give the effect of one of the tainted blue babies unique poops. So it can, you know, it can spawn like the stone poops or like, you know, whatever he does. And you probably don't know what tainted blue baby does, but that's what it does. And I don't like it whatsoever. Infamy can block damage. Infestation, when you get hit, spawns a couple flies. I'm indifferent to it. Inner Child gives you an extra life, and once you use it, you become much smaller. Much, much smaller. Iron Bar gives you a small damage up and concussive tears. It hurts when you get hit. You will gain tears. Your initial hit gives you 1.2 tears up, I believe, and then each consecutive hit in the same room gives you 0.4. Ivy Bag trades your red hearts for coins. Very good. The jar, when you kill an enemy, and it has to be you that kills it, will spawn or put a fly in a jar up to 20. So if you kill 20 enemies, you can use it, you get 20 flies to essentially just kill any boss you want. Jawbone spawns a jawbone that flies around in whichever way you shoot, kind of like Bob's brain, and it can go over rocks and pick up consumables. Judas's Shadow allows you to turn into Judas, which has a 2x damage multiplier, but he can only have black cards, but it's still one of the better items in the game. Jumper Cables, every 15 kills gives you an extra charge on your active item. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. I know Luna gives you an extra secret room and super secret room, and then for each one you find, it gives you a tears up. So you can get a max of like 4 tears ups on a floor. But it's only for that floor. Keeper Skin, every rock you destroy will spawn 1 or 2 or 3 spiders. Not sure exactly how much. And then also in enemy rooms, it can, if there is rocks, they will spawn from under. Oh, it's not even just rocks. It's just pots or stone blocks or anything of the sort. Keeper's Box, every 4 rooms spawns a random shop. Cause then, sad. Matt's Kidney Stone. You fire until this will activate, and then it will stop your firing and make you charge up, and you'll become more red as you charge over like the course of a few seconds. And then once you release, it will give you a giant shot that fires through enemies and rocks and everything, and then a massive tears up which dwindles rapidly. Knockout Drops has a chance to replace your tear with a fist that just punches enemies into walls, which will do contact damage against the walls. Wow, there's still so many. Oh my god. Alright, Sackhead has a 33% chance, I believe, to replace pickups with sacks. So it's really good. It's a great item. Luckfoot gives you 1 luck, and then all pills become either their neutral or positive counterparts. So makes that a lot better. And then it also gives you an increased chance to win gambling machines. HP upgrade, I mean, this goes with the rest. Mom's Wig has a chance to spawn. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. Where are they going? I let go and it just left. Where did it go? Okay, it's gone. Pyromaniac. Bomb immunity and heals red hearts when you take damage. Oh, it's in here. Why did it go in here? Yeah. Oh, well. I mean, that makes me confused for where Spoonbender went. But Spoonbender belongs in the top tier. And it gives you homing. But I don't know where it went. And I'm not playing I Spy for it. Lemageddon gives you a 6-room recharge. And it gives you a Wisp, which can be destroyed. and it's a random item, and it has a 25% chance to be whatever room you're in. So if you're in a deal with the devil, 25% chance for it to be a deal with the devil item. But since they can be destroyed, I think it's essentially just useless. And I don't know exactly which bean this is. Kidney bean. Ah, yes. Charms enemies. 1 room recharge. It's a no. Mega bean, I believe 3 room recharge. It's a little bit better, but it's still sad. I mean, to go more into it, Mega bean. Oh, is that Mega bean or is that Linger bean? Linger bean. Ow! After firing for 7 and some seconds, spawns a little poop or a little cloud. Science or Loki's horn or something of the sort. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I know it was changed. It was called Science in some version of the game, and then they changed it to something else, which I don't know why. But when your tier hits an enemy that has this effect, it's called Little Horn now. It will spawn big horns hand, it'll start slapping down on bosses, or it'll just kill enemies instantly. Quad shot, I mean, gives you 4 shots. Massive tears down though, but it's really good item still. Mega makes your bombs do a lot more damage, essentially just very good for killing enemies. Now this is Mega Bean, 3 room recharge. It's okay, it just kind of spawns like a fissure around you, I believe it was called. Oh, freeze all enemies in the current room for a couple of seconds. Deal 5 damage and poison any enemies in close proximity, and then sends a fissure of spikes across the room in the direction you're facing. Okay. Membership card gives you an extra secret shop that I think it's a great item. That has random prices but random items as well. So you can get anything in there for any amount essentially. Lacryphagy. Now your tiers will slow down over time and then hover in the air, and then if they get fed, so to say, they'll burst into 8 tiers as well. So if you have something like Trisagion, which pierces, I mean, essentially you're just going to be spawning a lot of tiers. Super good. And now I'm just going to look up whichever one this is. And this is Jupiter. 2 HP up, but you get the speed down and you gradually charge over time. And I think it's a perhaps. You spawn the gas clouds, which aren't bad, but it's annoying. The Zit Pimple, whatever it's called, it's good because it gives you an extra shot every so often. That does 2 times your damage. And it slows enemies, I believe. I believe it's 2 times. Larynx, 12 room charge. And what it does is for each charge you have on it, it does more damage. So if you have it at the max, it'll do a lot of damage. If you have it at 1, it'll do not a whole lot. Luck Key gives you a luck upgrade, a couple keys, and a soul heart. It's good. Lazrags revives you as Lazarus. Risen, so you get a good stat up. It's a good stat up. Lemon Mishap, 2 rooms, spawns essentially just, lemon party pill. Now this is Stompy, if I see correctly, which allows you to stomp over rocks, which, you can hurt yourself very easily with. If you step over mushrooms, which can do gas cloud effects or just, bomb rocks in general. Little Abaddon, I mean, he's okay. Does a little, Maw of the Void effect after you charge him and just let him go. Why do I have a new tab open? I don't know. Pure skill. Little chest spawns items after rooms. Sometimes. I'm indifferent about it. Little Dumpy can block shots, and just that's all he really does. He also just floats around the room and farts whenever. Lil Gertie, you can charge her up and then she will just bounce around the room, and actually she does do a decent amount of damage. Lil Haunt, I don't like him. He can fear enemies, and I don't like the fear effect. Lil Monstro, you charge him up, he does a lot of burst damage. So perhaps. Lil Spewer, you can actually change his type of attack by taking pills, I believe. So you can actually see whichever one you like his attack, because he can do a variety of ones like short and long, or wide and not wide, or just slowing effects, and it's really good. Lil Baggy. Oh, also I forgot to mention. Starter deck, wherever it is, changes all pills, so that way you will no longer see pills, into cards. And then Lil Baggy down here changes essentially all runes and cards to pills, but you can hold 2 pills, but pills aren't worth it. Lil Gish, familiar that follows you, shoots slowing tears. Lil Steven, just another familiar. Yeah, fires homing shots. Lodestone makes your tears, whatever they hit, magnetized. I'm indifferent about it. I don't care too much about it. Loki's horns, based on your luck stack, your luck stat will fire in all 4 directions, and I think it's just bad. Maggie's bow, 1 health up, and then half hearts will heal for full hearts, 1 full heart will heal for 2 hearts, and double hearts will heal for 4. So everything heals for double. Not soul hearts though. And I think it's actually a good item. Kinda getting there. Serpent's Kiss, you can fire poison tears, and then if you come in contact with enemies, they have a decent chance to drop soul hearts. I believe it's like fire or 20%. Missing No will re-roll all of your items at the start of each floor. Pay to win, you spend money and you just do damage to the whole room. I think it's counterintuitive. Magic Skin will trade 1 heart container or 2 soul hearts for an item in the room you're in. So it's really good at fishing out Ard Key in a secret room. But other than that, it gives you a broken heart. So it's really bad. Marked. I don't like it. Get it away from me. Marked, what it does is, instead of firing normally, you now have a sort of crosshair on the ground, and that's where you will fire. Mama Mega essentially just gives you a full clear of whatever floor you're on, because it will kill all rooms, open all rocks or chests, or stone chests I should say, kill keepers, and it'll also open the door to the Hush or Boss Rush. Good item. It also mainly just kills most bosses. Marrow gives you 1 bone heart and drops 3 red hearts. Mars, double tap, dash. I like the item. I think it's great. Especially if you have Aries or something of the sort. Matchbook, I believe, spawns the matchstick treatment. The matchstick gives you 1 black heart and then 3 bombs. Maw of the Void is a charge and gives you a circular brimstone around you. I think is a great item. Meat gives you a slight damage up and a health up. Meat knife, or butcher's knife, I don't remember exactly what it's called, but it splits all enemies into 2 and they have less health, but you know, I don't really care about that. I think it's just annoying. You can also split Delirium. If you split him enough times, he just instantly dies, but that's funny. Mega Blast, I don't have this unlocked because you have to defeat Mega Satan as every character, but it's a 12 room charge and you get a Mega Brimstone Blast that lasts through rooms and through floors. But I don't think you can pick up items during it, so it's okay. Mega Mush, you have to unlock all of the front side characters unlocks to get this, but it is very rare and it gives you a massive size up, makes you invincible, and it's an active item, 12 room charge, and it gives you massive damage ups, And I don't know if it gives you a tears down or anything of the sort. I'm actually gonna look that one up. Yeah, for 30 seconds he's invisible and he can crush objects, doors, and enemies. Yeah, 4 times damage multiplier, 2+ range, but your rate of fire does go way down. And you do 1600 damage per second by stomping on enemies. Oh, there's Toming. I don't know how it got there. Metal Plate gives you a soul heart and then 20% chance, I believe, to just reflect damage. Lusty Blood gives you damage for killing enemies in the room. Runs out every room though. Metronome, as we were talking about before, 2-room charge gives you just a random effect every room, and it's okay. HP upgrade, Midnight Snack. Milk gives you a 1 tears up after you get hit in a room. It's just sad. Minecrafter gives you a 1-room recharge bomb, essentially. I do think it's a good item. Allows you to do damage to essentially a lot of stuff and search for secret rooms. Mini Mush gives you a speed and range up and size down. It's a good item. Mom's Box will double your trinket effects, give you 1 luck up, and then every 4 rooms you can use it and spawn a trinket. I think it's good. Mom's Bracelet allows you to... it's a charged item. And it charges every... I don't remember exactly how time. 15 seconds, I'll say, just be safe. But allows you to pick up rocks, obstacles, anything, and throw them at enemies, or just look for crawl spaces, or just throw pots for money. And I'll say I'm indifferent about it, because you can pick up bomb rocks and throw them at bosses, and it'll do a lot of damage. Mom's Bra does a stun effect. I'll look it up real quick. Freezes all enemies in the room for 4 seconds. Mom's Coin... No. Yes. No. Mom's Coin Purse spawns 4 pills. No. I don't like even picking it up half the time. I believe that is Mom's Contact right there, which you have a chance to just freeze enemies, and it does give you a range up. I mean, it's a slight one, but it's a great item because you can just freeze enemies. It's really good. And I don't know actually which one this is. I believe... Okay, yeah, Mom's Eye gives you a chance to just fire out of the back of your head, and I think it deserves to be in the same place as Loki's Horns, just because it's hard to control. Mom's Eyeshadow can charm enemies. That's all it really does. Mom's Heal gives you actually contact damage, I believe. Or, yeah, additional contact damage, so you can kill enemies by walking on them, similar to Ares. And it gives you a range upgrade. Mom's Knife. It's a good item. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but instead of having tears, you have the knife. And it kind of just goes straight forward and back. And you can use it as like a melee weapon, and it does whatever your damage is. And I think it's ×2. But if you charge it at the farthest point it can go, so at the max charge, it will do 6 times damage at the furthest point. It's not going to do 6 times damage the entire way to it, but, you know, the further it goes out, the more damage it'll do. So say, like, you know, it's the Eucharist over here. I don't even know if you can see my mouse. I don't think you can. But say it's like the Eucharist over here, and you throw it over to Revelation, which is this item. At Goat Head, it'll do like 2 times damage. At Eva's Mascara, it'll do 3. And at like Infestation, it'll do 4. And then so on and so forth. But then on the way back, it shrinks as well. Super good though. Mom's Rain, or Mom's Lipstick. I mean, it's a range upgrade, I think. So, yeah. Mom's Pad. Actually, that's a good one. Oh, it just freezes them. Or no. Causes them enemies to run away in fear for 5 seconds. No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did I not have Explosivo? Uh-oh. Did I not rank it? Huh. No, I didn't. Fire Mine. Fire Mine's different. Fire Mine has a chance for enemies to just explode when you hit them. I see. They both do the same thing. They both can hurt you. Not good. Now, Mom's Perfume is a great item. Even though it can fear enemies, it gives you a Tears Up that does break the Tears cap. Mom's Purse gives you a second trinket slot. That's all it does. I mean, I'm indifferent to it. Essentially, just acts as belly button. That's it. This is just Mom's Razor orbits you and it can make enemies bleed. So it's an orbital, kind of like Ball of Bandages, but it does less damage. A lot less damage. Mom's Underwear, a lot of mom items right now. Gives you a range up and a couple of blue flies. Mongo Baby, however, is good. He copies the effect of another familiar at random. So if you have Lil Brimstone, I believe he'll copy Lil Brimstone. But you get the idea of that. So if you have Lil Brimstone and like Lil Steven, he'll just copy or alternate the effects. But I don't think he can copy Lil Brimstone because it's not a tier. He only fires tiers. Now, Monster Manual. Every 6 rooms you get to use it and you get a familiar for the floor. Monstrance gives you a circle around you. It actually gives you 2. One an inner circle and one an outer circle. The inner circle does more damage. And I like it. Monster's Lung gives you a charge attack that just bursts damage and it's super good. And it does synergize with something like Brimstone. It'll just make you shoot a bunch of Brimstone blasts in random places. Monster's Tooth, 3-room recharge, spawns monster, just jump on an enemy and do damage. Now, its options, or more options, I don't know. I think the only fair way to do this, because I can never remember which one is which, and oh no, oh god, I can't find it. Oh god. Actually, where is it? Unless I already ranked it somewhere. No, I didn't. Where is it? Oh no, there's a silver options thing. Not this one. This is not what I'm looking for. Huh. I don't see it. Regardless, they both deserve to be in the same place because one of them gives boss rooms. I think it's the silver one that gives boss rooms 2 choices instead of 1, and then this one gives item rooms 2 choices instead of 1, so they're both good. Now, options question mark gives you the choice after clearing a room that drops rewards, 2 reward options, and it's annoying to have to remember you can only have 1. But I don't see the silver its options, so there probably is a couple items missing on this list. Moving box allows you to pack up items, pickups, consumables, everything after 4 rooms, and then after 4 rooms you can unpack it in another room, and then you can repack it after 4 rooms again. So it's a 4-room recharge. It allows you to move items. So say, you know, you're trying to find an art key, and you're in the item room. You can pack up the item pedestal that's in there, and then drop it in an item room that has a reroll pedestal, and then reroll it into something good. Maybe. Hopefully. Mr. Boom, 2-room charge, drops a bomb. So it belongs to be with Bob's Rotten Head, because it's essentially the same thing. Dolly, or Mr. Dolly, drops a couple of... It drops 3 random hearts. They can be red, soul hearts, or black hearts. And then it gives you a Tears Up. Mr. Me, 4-room recharge. It can open... It can do a lot of things, actually. It can steal items from deals with the devil. It can steal items from shops. It can open ways to secret rooms. It can open doors, like boss challenge rooms, I believe. And it can just straight up blow up on enemies. Or it can blow up on tinted rocks. Really good. Mayor Megabku today. Actually gonna look up how to say this one because I do not know. Mucormycosis. And your tears have a chance to be a fungus type of tear that sticks to enemies, and then it'll grow, and then it'll kind of explode into a gas cloud, and then when that happens, more of the fungus tears will shoot out into random directions, and those can do the same effect. Multi-dimensional baby has a chance to double your tears, which is not bad. My reflection makes your tears come back to you after after they go out so far. I think it's bad. Actually, I don't know. I put it in the indifferent. It's good with like brimstone because it'll do like a loop back, so it'll do like twice as much damage. But with like Ipecac or something, you're just dead. Shade spawns a familiar that follows you. That's all he really does. It's super bad. Mysterious liquid. Your tears, once they hit a wall or enemy or rock or something of the sort, will spawn a liquid pile on the ground that just does a damage. Once again, it's just a creep thing, and I love the creep. Don't take that out of context. I didn't say I love to creep. I don't remember what it's called. I remember though that it essentially follows you, and then after a certain amount of rooms, depending on how many rooms you last before getting hit, it spawns a different level enemy. Or, not enemy, but familiar. But not familiar, but like an enemy, but it's charmed. Kind of like the Pokego effect. Because the Pokego effect just has a chance to give you random, enemies that will follow you. So it kind of acts like that, but it depends on how many rooms you go before getting hit. Kind of almost there. Definitely on the last half, to say the least. Only a couple hours in. I don't see a problem with that. Alright, random item time. Polyphemus. Yeah. Massive damage up. Massive tears down. And it gives you a semi-piercing effect where if an enemy dies by your tier, the carryover damage will still continue through. Raw liver is a 2 HP up, which I do like. I think it's a great item. Mysterious present will spawn a random item of the pool you're in, but it has a chance to fail and give you the poop, or I believe a lump of coal if you're in a deal with the devil. And it's a great thing because you can spawn an item in a secret room and fish for like an art key or something of the sort. Mystery sack just can give random stuff. It's good. It's kind of like bomb bag. Nancy bombs gives you random bomb effects with, I believe, every bomb. And so it can give you like a Bomberman cluster bomb hot bomb effect, because I can do multiple at once, I believe. So it can hurt you. I believe this is Neptunus. I am correct. Yep, Neptunus. Isaac will charge his tears until he starts to fire, and then he'll just release a mass amount of tears. I like it. I think it's good. Nightlight spawns a cone in front of whichever way Isaac is walking towards, and it will slow down tears and enemies in it. Butt bombs, if you fire for 3 seconds, you'll spawn a bomb. Or a butt bomb specifically. I don't know exactly which one this is called, but I do know that it just spawns bombs after 3 seconds, so it's fine. I mean, it's okay, but it's just, I don't know. It's called number 2. Yeah, it's okay. Actually, I don't think there is the white horse on here, because there is a white and a black horse. I might just be talking out of my butt. I don't know. But the white horse is much better than the black horse, because once you use its effect, because it also gives you flying, I think the base stat are like 1.5. But if you use the effect, it does wherever you charge, it does the crack the sky effect. Super good. It essentially just kills any boss, and it can kill Mom's Heart. Notched Axe has a durability for each floor, and allows you to just break rocks, bombs, gives you a melee attack, and you can get into secret rooms with it. Number 1, tears down, or tears up, then a tears down, or not tears down, range down, I mean. And it's a perhaps. Because it's a massive range down, so it's really hard to hit enemies. You have to get up close, fly enemy. Now this one is actually bad. But it's still tears up nonetheless. Eye of the... no. That's not Eye of the Occult. It's Ocular Rift. Your tears can summon essentially like mini black holes that suck in enemies. I think it's good. Fat Odd Mushroom gives you an HP up and a damage up in turn for speed, which is great. And then Skinny Odd Mushroom gives you a tears up and something else in turn for damage. And I'm looking it up. Yeah, you get tears up and a speed up, but you get damage down. And Odd Mushroom, you also get a range up. But they are both good. They both give stat ups that are worth the stat down that they bring. Old Bandage gives you an empty heart container, but allows you to spawn red hearts when you take damage. So if you're using a blood bag or a blood donation machine, it can and it has often given an endless supply of red hearts. Orphan Socks give you a speed up, 2 soul hearts, and immunity to spikes on the ground. And I believe just creep in general. I believe it does actually just give you immunity to anything that is on the floor that would naturally harm you. I will look it up. Yeah, it just allows you to walk on harmful floor effects without taking damage. Not like spiked doors or anything of that sort. So that doesn't work. Ouija Board gives you Spectral Tears. It's a good item. That's all it does. Nothing more, nothing less. Pageant Boy. Sad. Gives you 7 coins of random rarity, but they're typically all just pennies. Pandora's Box is a perhaps because it gives you a random effect on each floor. So some floors it'll give you items, some floors it'll give you bombs and keys, and some floors it'll give you hearts. I forgot what he's called. Papa Fly, I believe. I believe it is called Papa Fly. Yes, it is. He follows you, and he's essentially one of the flies that you spawn with Brown Nugget. I'm indifferent to him. He's not the best, but he's not the worst either. Now, Parasitoid gives you a chance to replace your tears with a sort of egg that, when it hits an enemy, will spawn spiders and flies. Super good. And it is dependent on your luck stat. Pascal Candle gives you a tears up for every room you clear without getting hit, up to a 2 tears rate. And it gives you 0.4 per room. So after 5 rooms, you're at the max. Pause is a 2-room recharge, and it will allow you to move around freely without shooting. Actually, it's not that good. So if you have something like a ball of bandages, it will allow you to essentially just, do damage to an enemy with the ball of bandage. But if you shoot, it will return it back to normal time. And you can still touch frozen enemies. So, I mean, they'll hurt you still, so. But it does freeze bosses as well, so that is good to worry, or good to know. Pay to Play replaces all key doors with just money. So instead of having keys to get into item rooms, you just need a cent. It's not a good item. PhD, however, makes all pills into their positive counterpart. And it does identify all pills as well. Piggy Bank, when you get hit, you get a couple cents for it. 1 or 2. If you're Tank Keeper, 0 to 1. PJs gives you 4 soul hearts, and it fills all your red hearts back up, so it's really good for a deal to Devil President. Placebo, it depends on the pill you're holding, but it will copy that effect essentially. It acts like it acts like a blank card, but for pills. But it's still sad because, you know, pills aren't the best. Placenta gives you a regeneration effect, but it's like every minute and a half it gives you half a heart. But if you have time, I mean, might as well just use it. But HP up as well. Plan C kills you after 3 seconds, but it kills everything in the room first. But for some bosses like Delirium, it doesn't kill them in time. But it does still kill them. So if you have a second life, you can use it. I'm indifferent about it. It depends what you need, or what you have. Random item. Got Rotten Baby. He is good, because he's essentially a fly turret. He spawns a continuous stream of flies, or he has one on the screen at a time, but as long as you're firing and he's going away, it's good. Plum Fruit, if you decide to spare Baby Plum, which if you don't know, you can spare him, which means you just don't shoot at him for like a minute, he'll give a Plum Fruit, which has a 4-room recharge, and it spawns Baby Plum, and I mean, it's decent. He does decent amount of damage. Pluto is a tears up and a size down. So it's a good item. How is this still playing music? Oh, it's not. It changed. Oh, I didn't even notice that, so that's probably good. Slipped Rib, I believe, is the name of this. It's a new item if I am correct, and if I am wrong, I believe it 100% wholeheartedly, and I think it isn't even a new item. I think I'm bad at the game and I haven't unlocked anything besides in Repentance. Oh my god. Huh. Oh yeah. Pointy Rib. It's essentially like a finger. It acts like the finger, but it doesn't actually, you know, do damage to whatever's in front of you. It does damage to whatever it is touching. It's okay. Polydactyl acts as kind of like a starter deck, but it doesn't lock you in place for cards. But it also doesn't excite anyone. It's good, but yeah. Well. Now Pop makes your tears act like billiard balls. So they'll just hover around and then they'll bounce off of each other. Pay to play, I mean, it's a portable slot machine. It's counterintuitive. I can't remember what it's called. I know it takes one of your heart containers and makes a meat cube, or a cube of meat out of it. And then it also gives you a slight damage up. I can't for the love of me remember what it's called. And I don't understand why. I know it's nothing clever. Is it an Afterbirth Plus item? I don't think so. Oh, it is an Afterbirth Plus. It's just potato peeler. I was thinking that. And it was literally just that. Proptosis. It gives you a effect where now your tears will become smaller over time. And eventually they'll just disappear. But the further away they are from you, the less damage they do. And if they're point blank, it does a 300% tear or damage percentage thingamajig, so it does 3 times damage. But it's just so bad because just you can't be more than a couple tiles away, which by a couple tiles I mean like a couple rocks, and it just won't do damage at all. Sci-Fi? I mean, it's sci-fi. What more can you ask for? If you had a run with all of these items, I'm pretty sure you just... If you manage to lose, I think you deserve it. If you can somehow lose with every single one of these items. I don't think it's actually possible, though. Punching Bag or Decoy or whatever he's called, he just wanders around the room and he sometimes attracts aggro. He doesn't do anything else, though. He doesn't do damage. But it's nice, still. Pupla Duplex increases your hitbox of your tears. Purgatory spawns a crack in the ground and you can walk over it and it will, spawn a ghost that will, fly and then it'll explode on an enemy. It won't hurt you though. So, it's actually good. Actually, it's great. Will I be done before 3 hours, I wonder? Have we actually seen rock bottom in this video before? I don't know. But purity gives you a stat up, and it can either be damage, speed, tears, or range, and it works until you get hit, even if it's self-inflicted. But it's a good effect if you can get like the damage effect and just lock it in. Pyro gives you 99 bombs. You won't have to worry about bombs. It's good. Speaking of infinite bombs, essentially, Skeleton Key gives you 99 keys. You don't have to worry about keys unless you somehow spend them all. In which case, I'm very impressed and disappointed in you at the same time. Quince, the first 5 enemies you kill in a room will spawn familiars that are stationary, and they just shoot there. And they're actually really good, and it's very weird, but they somehow just do stuff. And Rainbow Baby, I don't like anything that's random. I don't know why. They're all... Soy milk is also just bad. Bad. Razor Blade will... It's an active item and allows you to just do damage to your red hearts. But you don't need to charge it. So you can use it for invincibility frames if you want, or you can just use it as Eve to get down to 1 heart, which is typically, you know, all you really do with it. Now, Red Candle, you get to just throw a flame. That's really it. It does decent damage. I don't like it. I really don't. Same with Blue Candle, which is kind of the same thing, but you can't shoot it out. But they do whittle, or they do go away after a certain amount of time. Now, Redemption, if you have this item and a Devil Deal spawns and you don't take anything in the Devil Deals, like you don't open a chest, you don't take a black heart, you don't take a deal, you will get a damage up. So, I mean, it's good. Red Key, you know what Red Key does, and you know how good it is. What else can I say about it? Red Stew gives you a 21.6 damage up, and then it whittles away over time, and then you can gain parts of it back by killing enemies. Boom allows you to activate bombs remotely, and it gives you 5 bombs. I think it's good, actually. Restock will, well, it's restock. It's what you have in green mode, but in normal, Isaac, it increases the price every time, but you can still get a lot of soul hearts or cards or something of the sort if you need that. Robo Baby is a no. Then Robo Baby 2.0. Or actually, I don't know which one's which, but they're both just bad. Now, Rock Bottom. Your stats cannot go any lower. You know what it does? If you don't, you'll eventually find out. Rocket in a Jar gives you 5 bombs, and it allows you to shoot your bombs in whichever way you are firing, and it's just so easy to forget about. I mean, before it was whichever way you're walking, so if you're walking to like a secret room and then you use or you press E to drop a bomb, you would really hit yourself. You just would. Now, Roid Rage, speed and range up, I believe. Nonetheless, it's a syringe, and the syringe items are almost all good, regardless of whatever. Speedball, speed and shot speed up. Now, it's not as good as growth hormones, per se, or something like synth oil. And I know I saw synth oil somewhere. Wow, I really am just not nailing it. Oh, well. Rosary, you get 3 soul hearts, 0.5 tears up, but it makes the Bible much more common in pools. So you're going to be seeing it once or twice. HP upgrade, nothing else to say about it. Rotten Tomato will mark enemies and essentially just charm them, and it's surprisingly good for what it does, and I don't know what else there is, or if there is anything else, which I don't think it actually does. But it's a good item, and it actually works really well. Yeah, it marks enemies right and it slows them, and then they'll just be attacked by other enemies. So, and it also is luck based. It's good. It's good. Rubber Cement allows your tears to bounce off of enemies and walls, and I love the item. You get Brimstone, it'll bounce off the wall, and you know, you got like double Brimstone. Kind of. Sack of pennies. You know, I mean, drops pennies every so often. sack of sacks, I mean. Every 5 to 6 rooms will drop a sack. While scrolling. Sacred Orb. Reroll, or not rerolls, but it removes all 0 to 1 rarity items. So you won't be seeing anything like, you know, health, or you won't be seeing health upgrades because they're all typically 1. So you'll be seeing a lot more of the good items that you want to see. And it has a chance to re-roll items that are 2 quality. So something like, well, I'll go down here. Better object. You see this line like Obsessed Fan. It has a rating of 0. You will no longer see that no matter what. Pokego, rating of probably 0 or 1. You won't see it. You see something like the D20 though, that has a rating of 2. Now that has a 33% chance to be re-rolled into something better, but it can still appear. It's just much less likely, so you will be seeing a lot more things like Parasitoid or Forget-Me-Nows or just, you know, Death Certificate. It's really good. One of the best items in the game because it really allows you to get more. Sacrificial Altar though. Allows you to get rid of 2 familiars in exchange for just deal the devil items. It's good. So if you have something like, you know, BBF and Bumbo, fuck you Bumbo, you can kill him. Deserved. Sacrificial Dagger. It's an orbital that does a lot of damage. I'm indifferent to it. I'm not saying it's good. It's still a good item. I'm indifferent about it personally. Because, I mean, I don't care about orbitals. But it still does blocks tears, and it's good. Sad Bombs fires off 8 tears, and they do a lot of damage. So, you place it right on an enemy, they're gonna die. Safety Pin, yeah, it's a perhaps. Just because it's only 1 black card, and it's like a shot speed up. Sagittarius, Piercing Tears, I believe. Kind of weird. I would know this normally, but it's very hard to remember all of these right off the bat. And yeah, it's a speed up and Piercing Tears. Not Spectral though. Salvation gives you a ring around you, and then if enemies are in that ring, which is close to you, it will fire a Revelation Beam in all 4 cardinal directions. And the more you get hit, the bigger it becomes up to like a very certain point. But it gets a lot bigger. So if you take a lot of damage, that floor essentially, I mean, you're just going to be doing it no matter what. Yeah, it gets slightly bigger to a maximum of 10 times. Super good. Samson's Chain puts a ball around your legs that can, I mean, it's like a prisoner chain ball. But it can break rocks. It's awkward. It can do damage, but it can hurt you. Satanic Bible acts kind of like a Book of Revelations, but better because it gives you black cards and it makes your boss room items deals with the devil. And I believe this one here is that they're Saturnish. And yes, it is, which gives you a ring of tears around you when you enter a room. It gives you around 7, which if you have Angelic Prism, like I was talking about before, it essentially will make those 7 and turn them into 28, if I am correct. 7 times 4? Yeah. Ow, I really just hurt myself. That's highly unfortunate. And I'm just looking because I think it's missing either Virgo or, because that's Scorpio right there. If I am correct, which I am, which gives you poison tears, but they don't have Virgo, which, I mean, it's poison tears, it's really good. Which, if you do not know, what Virgo does is it gives you a chance to give you an invincibility. You know, it just gives you invincibility when you get hit sometimes, and it does convert pills to their positive counterpart. And it also does based off your luck stat. And apparently at 10 luck, it activates every time you get hit. That's actually really nice. Scapular, when you go down to half a heart, gives you 1 soul heart per room. Or every time you enter a room. Scatter bombs. Your bombs will drop more bombs. Easy to hit yourself with, easy to forget, but still good. Skull bag allows you to hold 2 active items. Great item. Scissors, I mean, it's a 2-room recharge. I don't even know exactly what it does, I'll be honest. I just know it's very underwhelming. It cuts your head from your body, and your head will remain stationary and fire tears, but the body is your hitbox still, and that's what you control, and it's like a guillotine effect, but even worse because you just can't move your head. So I don't know why you would want to use it. Unlike the... Where is it? Uh-oh. Unless I've already ranked it. Have I already ranked it? There's a lot of stuff I do not remember if I ranked. Unlike the clippers though, which if I haven't shown, which I don't believe I have, makes your body run around, and it does a lot of damage, and it'll just stand on enemies, and then you can still move around your head. Your head is your hitbox still, and you fire out your head. Screw, tears up, shot speed up I believe as well, good. Guardian Angel fires Sacred Heart shot. Actually, no, I don't think Swarm Protector fires Sacred Heart shots. I think he just rotates very fast and he's just normal. This guy, though, he does fire Sacred Heart shots, which are good. Shade has a guy that follows you. Not good. Glass Shard, I believe it's called. Yes, it is. When you get hit, it will make you start to leak red hearts, and as you're doing so, you will just spew out you'll just spew out tears. And it's okay. If you don't have red hearts, it won't take red hearts. If you have half a red heart, it won't take that away, no matter what. But still good. Sharp Key allows you to throw keys, and it's +5 keys. So if there's 2 chests that are lined up in a row, say like, you know, this dog food and then this other dog food over here, both chests, if you're standing to the left of it, you can throw keys and you can open them both with 1 key. I don't know how that works exactly, but it does, and it's good. Sharp Plug allows you to charge your active item 1 pip per half heart. It's sad, I don't really ever use it, but I mean, it's not bad. Sharp Straw, though, does 10% of an enemy's health, no matter who the enemy is, plus your tier damage. So if it's Delirium, use it 10 times, he's guaranteed dead. And that's how it works for every enemy. Shoop the Whoop, 2-room... Oh, I grabbed it. Shoop the Whoop, 2-room recharge, gives you Brimstone. It's okay. And is there even sulfur on this list? There's no sulfur. There's a lot. Oh, buddy, I think you're missing a couple items there. Oh, I mean, fly goes here. I'll start to get rid of what is very easy to get rid of. Sister Maggie, not good. Little Sissy, I mean, she can spawn. She's sad, but she can spawn. I'm gonna put a row for duplicates. So Little Sissy, Hematepsis, Pageant Boy Supreme, Minecrafter, the D-Infinity is not, Lycriphagy, and there's not even Succubus, there's just Incubus and Succubus, okay. Yeah, there's a couple things missing here. Black Lotus was doubled. Spirit of the Night gives you Flight and Spectral Tears, super good. Now, Science Infection gives you a chance to fire boogers instead of tears that do poison damage and they stick to enemies. Really good. Jawbone. Not Jawbone. Yes, Jawbone. It's an orbital that actually protects you from, I believe, like 25% of whatever's incoming. Slipped Rib, that's what it's called. Yeah, it'll reflect projectiles back at enemies. It doesn't deal contact damage, but it's super good because it blocks a lot. Smelter allows you to smelt trinkets every 6 rooms, so you can get even more trinkets. Super nice. And it will smelt 2 at a time if you have, like, mom's purse and you have, like, I don't know, just 2 trinkets. It'll smelt them both. Now, this is... I don't even think there was Terra. There wasn't even Terra on this list. Wow. There wasn't even, like, Venus or Mercurius. Wow, this guy does not know how to make a tier list. But this is Soul. When you defeat the boss, it will activate the Sun card effect. It'll remove all curses, and it'll give you... Well, the Sun card effect, I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, it also does show you the location of the boss on the map. So it does give you a damage up, give you a luck up for the rest of the floor. So it's kind of weird that it's after the boss is defeated. But I think on bosses like Hush, it does activate before anything. Or before you even defeat him. I'm not sure though. Now, Soul Locket, every time you pick up a Soul Heart, you'll get a slightly more permanent stat up than Candy Heart, but it's still a nice stat up, and it gives you something when you normally wouldn't have gotten anything from the Soul Heart anyways. Spirit Blade gives you a slight sword in front of you. Does nothing, essentially. Splunker Hat protects you from above now. So does Host Hat, but Splunker Hat reveals room types 2 rooms away, so you can see, you know, if there is only 1 room to your right, you'll know that that's a dead end, and it's really helpful for exploration, and it helps you find secret rooms, super secret rooms, and then just boss rooms, and super good. Spider Baby. Oh god, Spider Baby. Spider Baby does something. Skip that one for now. Spider Bite has a chance to fire slowing tears. Not bad. Spider Butt, 2 room recharge, will slow down all enemies, and if it kills enemies, it'll turn them to spiders. Friendly spiders. Spider Mod, he's a little guy. He shows you the HP bars of all enemies, and he can also inflict a variety of status effects like burn, charm, fear, yada 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 on enemies that he touches. Which by touch, I mean walk over him. And now I'll take Spider Baby, which I don't know what Spider Baby is. I just know it's Spider Baby, which contributes to the Spider Baby contribution. Or the... Oh god, not Spider Baby contribution. Oh god. The Spider Baby transformation, that's what it is. Spawns 2 to 5 friendly attack spiders. Every time. Why is it... On the wiki, it says Repentance buffed it. Oh, because it used to spawn 1 to 2. I thought it said it now it spawns 1 to 2. And I go, that's not a buff, that's a nerf. But so now it spawns 2 to 5 every time you get hit. So it's kind of like an infestation, but I believe spiders are better than flies. So where did I put infestation? I put it there. They're both meh. Spin down die will turn the item or any item that is sitting down by 1, and by 1 I mean every item has a ID in the game, like how toothpicks, if I can find toothpicks right now, which I swear to god if toothpicks isn't on a goddamn list, which it's not, but toothpicks has an ID of like 6, because that's whatever ID it is. If you spin it down, it'll go down to ID 5, which I believe is Sacred Heart. And then if you spin it down to, or you spin Sacred Heart down, which is ID number 5, it'll go down to ID number 4. So it allows you to really turn something that's not good at all into something that's really good. It's a great item. And it allows you to get multiple of the same items, which is one of the only items to actually be able to do that, you know? So if you can find Diplopia, and you can Diplopia whatever item comes before it, or not before it, but after it essentially. So if you pardon with me for a second, you'll see that Diplopia is item ID 347. And if you find item number 348 and you can somehow diplopia the item number 348, you can spin down to diplopia again, but now you have 2 diplopias. So now you can diplop the item and so on and so forth. And it allows you to get multiple of the same item. It's really good. I mean, I'm going on a tangent about these items that do nothing. Spin the Wing gives you an orbital. It's an active item, and essentially it's kind of like a charge item. And when you hold the spacebar, it gives you a massive speed up to 2 max, obviously, and it makes the orbital spin around a lot faster. I like it. It helps you speed through rooms, but it doesn't make you invincible or anything. So it's not, it's not anything special. Now, Spirit Shackles, when you die, you turn into a ghost with half a red heart, and I mean, you have flying because you're a ghost, but you're chained to your body kind of like the Forgotten's Lost. And apparently this allows you to stay alive as long as you don't get hurt during, or you don't get hit during this 10-second period. And after this effect occurs, it cannot activate again until Isaac gains a half or full soul heart or a black heart. Soul hearts that are used to charge Spirit Shackles will not be added to your health as normal. So you charge it, and it gives you extra lives, which I've never really picked up this item. I've never cared about it, but it's decent. Now, Squeezy, tears, it's a decent tears up. It's a 0.4 tears up, unlike most items, which are 0.7, but it gives you 2 soul hearts as well. Sprinkler, 4-room recharge, will just shoot out a tier up and then up right and then right and then down right and then down left and then so on and so forth. And it's good for green mode, but not really anything else. Sadly, I like the item. Stapler shuts one of your eyes closed, only allows you to fire out of the other, but it is a damage up and it's a good one at that. Steam Sale makes everything half off, self-explanatory. It's good. Nothing else to say about it. Stem cells, HP up, and shot speed up. Okay. Now, wait, what and Butterbean are 2 different things. Wait, what? When you use it, which has a 15-second recharge time, it makes a Fissure and it does a knockback effect really good. Butterbean just does the knockback effect though, and it has a 1-room recharge. So I don't know why there's not both. Now I'm going to assume this is Clicker. Clicker gets rid of your newest item, I believe, and turns you into a different character. So if you're going for completion marks, I mean, you can use that. This is Buddy in the Box, which it looks differently now, but it's just another familiar that has random effects, which can sometimes give you like Godhead effects, and it's not bad. I'm not going to lie. Now this is the D-Infinity, which acts as any die in the game, so you can get like a D6 from it, D20, whatever you need, with the corresponding charges. So, I mean, there's no D6 on this list, is there? Oh my god, he doesn't have the D6 on this list. This is missing a lot of items. I'll leave Spear Sword for last. I believe this is Eden's Soul, which has a 12-room charge, and it spawns 2 items in the current room's pool. Super good. Once again, helpful for fishing out Anarchy. Now, Incubus and Succubus are 2 different items. And Incubus, what it does is, it is a familiar. I believe Incubus is the one. I'm gonna look it up now because I'm scared. Scared of getting it wrong. They look almost identical, kind of. They're a pain. Incubus, he follows you around and he shoots tears that are just, he's a second you, essentially, that trails behind you. And then Succubus bounces around the room and does damage to whatever's in, like, its aura, because it has a circle, and it gives you a damage up if you are in it. So they're both good. I just don't know why they're not both on here. Now this is Star of Bethlehem, which Star of Bethlehem, what it does is, at the start of a floor, it essentially makes an aura around like a star, And if you're staying in that, it gives you a massive tears and damage up, and it slowly slowly makes its way to the boss. And that's where it stops. So, I mean, if you just follow it, you can follow, or you go straight to the boss. And lastly, but definitely not lastly, because half the items aren't even on this, Spirit Sword. You now get a sword. I love the item. I love the melee, just because you can spam it and you can charge it as well. I don't like how you can't turn, but it doesn't actually matter, because once you charge it up, you can't turn. I don't know why. I'm gonna assume it's just because that's how it is in the not the Binding of Isaac, but the Legend of Zelda. So that is the finale of the list. So these are all items that if you see, you should probably give them a chance. That's for sure. If you can't get it, just be sad that you couldn't get it. These are items where, you know, you should probably take them. If you don't take them, I mean, that's your loss. Actually, Friend Finder can go down. You see these items? Most likely, you should take them. There's probably no downsides, and if there is, they probably are outweighed. Now, indifferent, these depends on what they are, but none of them are probably going to hurt you. I mean, Plan C is probably going to hurt you. I mean, it's probably going to kill you, but that doesn't matter. Now, perhaps it really depends on what you have, what you need, and how desperate you are. Sad. Just don't take these. Just really don't. They won't. They won't do you good. No. Counterintuitive. They're going to hurt you more. They're going to just make you not want to play the game. Well, maybe not scissors, but most of these items, and I can guarantee Marked will make you not want to play the game. Isaac's Heart will make you quit, guaranteed. And then something like Mumbo or Bumfriend. They are both a pain, and you just don't want to deal with it. Like D100 you can control, but still. These are all quest items. These were all duplicates. And then this is the experimental treatment tier where, you know, it's special. So, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, I mean, actually, if you watched the entire video, it's going to be very surprising. Considering the fact that, I mean, it's almost 3 hours long. But still, nonetheless, thank you for watching all the way through. And I hope that you have a Merry Christmas. Or whatever holiday you celebrate. But I celebrate Christmas, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.